Silence, mortals.
It's a dog-eat-dog world. Someone's always trying to cut you down.
Hi, this is Lou Reed, wishing you and yours a happy holiday season.
Rotten Hill. Rotten Hill. Rotten Hill. Rotten Hill.
Yes. Get away from me or I'm going to throw you out in the middle of the street. You're...
Adderall.
How about rap? How about rap? How about rap? How about rap?
Rotten Hill.
How about rap? How about rap?
Rotten Hill.
You like Burger King over McDonald's?
That's your worst take, I think.
Absolutely.
That's a crazy take.
No.
Best show. Keep on laughing with the radio on Tuesday night, on Tuesday night. When all the other days have got you down, you'll feel alright, you'll feel alright. Over on the best show. Over on the best show. Best show.
How about rap? How about rap?
Tuesday night. Tuesday night. Smoking and drinking on a Tuesday night.
Just came over here to say big fucking bomb. Let's go, New York!
How about rap? How about rap?
You hungry, T? You want to send the kid for by Jeff Fresh?
Never live, I don't wanna die. Maybe I just wanna fly. Maybe I just don't believe the things that we wanna see. You and I wanna live forever. Yes. Maybe. Go on.
A 1, 2, a 3, a 4, a 2, a 3, 4, a 1.
It's a dog-eat-dog world. Someone's always trying to cut you down.
I don't wanna be here no more. I don't wanna be here no more. I don't wanna be here.
Which black character is a better character? Black Panther or Miles Morales?
Black Panther.
Black Panther or Storm?
Storm.
Storm or Blade?
Storm.
Storm or Luke Cage?
Storm.
Storm or Icon?
Storm.
Storm or Blue Marvel?
Storm.
Storm or Val Zod?
Storm.
Storm or Monica Rambeau?
Storm.
Storm or War Machine?
Storm.
Storm or Jon Stewart?
Storm.
Storm or Static?
Storm.
Storm or Cyborg?
Storm.
Storm or Falcon?
Storm.
Storm or Black Lightning?
Storm.
Storm or Vixen?
Storm.
Storm or Nubia?
I got it bad.
Storm?
You don't know how bad I got it. You got it easy. You don't know when you got it.
Silence,
It's
mortals.
getting harder. Just keeping life and soul together. I'm sick of fighting, even though I know I should.
Gee, but it's great to be back home. Home is where I wanna be. I've been on the
same old story. Everywhere I go, I get slandered. Libel, I am wearing the Bible, and I once left ahead of the shoe shine. 2 steps away from the county line, just trying to keep my customers satisfied. Deputy Sheriff said to me,
Hey, best show. How we doing, folks? Welcome another Tuesday. I'm here with you. We're doing it. The phone number 201-989-0012. If you want to call in and be a part of the best show, that's the number to call. 201-989-0012. We have a great show for you tonight. We've got later in the program Scott Alexander and Larry Karaszewski, the top screenwriters. Larry Flint, Ed Wood, Man on the Moon, Dolomite, Mars Attacks, etc., etc. We're going to talk to them. That'll be fun. And we are talking the topic tonight. We are talking about, the bad habits we all have. Oh, the bad habits. What's your bad habit and how do you break the bad habit? That's what I want to know about. I want to talk to you about getting these bad habits under control. So, 201-989-0012. I took last week, I was fried, to be honest. I was really kind of wiped out. Had an opportunity to go see, that's right, the Dirty Three, the legendary Dirty Three from Australia, Warren Ellis and the other fellas, the other two of the Dirty Three, and go to the show. All excited. Waited my whole life to see the Dirty Three. Never thought I'd have a chance. Thought I missed them. Thought it was never going to happen again. But guess what? The Dirty Three show up in L.A., and Tom shows up to see the Dirty Three in L.A. And the show starts. Basically, the Dirty Three come out. They play the song Lido Shuffle. They didn't play it. It's over the PA. Lido Shuffle. The whole song. Boz Scaggs. All of it. And Warren Ellis is dancing around. And he takes his jacket off. And then all of a sudden, I'm not kidding, I felt so sick. Something rolled in. I saw 20 minutes of Dirty Three, 6 of which were them dancing around to Lido Shuffle. Then they started. I did not feel well. I ate the ticket after seeing 15 minutes of them. Drove home, went to bed. Felt like garbage. Missed a show that I was told went for 3 hours. I saw 20 minutes of it. Wah, wah. That's how it goes sometimes, folks. That's how it goes. I missed it. I bought the tickets months ago. I was so excited about it. And I didn't even get to see nothing. I didn't get to see him play no violin or viola. He played piano. And then I missed it and went home. And probably watched an unboxing video of people unboxing Pokemon cards, which I watch more than I should. Look, Pokemon? I don't know two things about Pokemon. What do I know about Pokemon? The Squirtle, Charizard, Snorlax, Pikachu, and I watch these videos at night. Sometimes people will be like, "I paid $150 for this vintage pack of Pokemon cards, and I'm looking for a refractor Charizard card, which is worth $1,500." And I watch these things. I've never seen one person. The packs end up being worth like 11. There's something about $150 for the pack. They get $11 worth of cards inside. I rarely, if ever, see somebody truly score on these packs. I don't know. It's hypnotic. Can't help it. I'll watch Pokemon opening cards. I'll watch people at card shows go and negotiate deals where they'll be like, it's very relaxing. It might sound like hell on earth to you. It's very relaxing to me to watch these videos. Watch somebody go to a card show and go, how much would you, I'm looking to sell this this graded card. It's a 9. I got a 9 on this Charizard. And, yeah. Then they go, how about 1,100? How about 900? How about we meet in the middle at 1,000? Deal. That's literally all the videos are. And I love them. At night, it's the most relaxing thing ever. Because I can't watch my beloved comedy videos of crab apples talking about how dumb podcasters are. I can't watch those anymore because every one of those is now political. These podcast ones have leapt to too lazy to try. Has now, the guy who puts the George Costanza logo in the corner, like, all he's talking about is Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro. What happened to just Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura, the good old days when we could just talk about those goofs? So now I switched over to these Pokemon unwrapping videos, whatever you call it. What do they call it? Ripping the packs. They say, "You gonna rip that pack?" All right, let's see what's going on the phones. Let's go to the phones. 201-989-0012. Hello, Best Show.
Hi, Tom. I don't know what your plan is for the Gordon thing, but I'm ready to do it whenever you want. If you want me on this week, I can be on this week. If you want me on
who is
next week, I can be on next week.
Your name is, what's your...
this is Spiro.
Okay. I thought your name was Gordon. I wasn't sure what was going on. This is the fella...
No,
folks, this is the fella who's been calling for the last couple of weeks who got really mad because I didn't like the bare naked ladies. He got so mad.
Yeah, if I could say one thing, I do want to. I'm going to keep it brief, but seriously, I do want to apologize to you for how I acted on the last show. I think I was seriously out of line.
Oh, look,
with
Spiro,
the shouting and everything.
Spiro, I appreciate you saying that. You don't have to. Thank you for saying that, but it's all cool with me, bro. It's all cool. It's every day, bro. That's how we do it here.
Bro.
It's every day, bro, with the Disney Channel flow.
With the Disney Channel flow. 500 million just 1 week. Never
oh my God!
Yeah.
We just unearthed a Jake Paul fan. I'm supposed to trust your musical taste. I'm supposed to trust your musical taste. You're singing
sucks.
Jake Paul songs.
That guy sucks. It's just that song was everywhere at a certain time and made fun of a bunch. So I know those lyrics.
Okay.
I think that guy sucks. I hate both of them.
All right. Okay.
I'm glad.
So you don't like either Paul brother?
No, they're both horrible, rich, just monsters.
You don't like Logan Paul
Was
even
it
a little
Logan?
bit. You don't think Logan Paul's even just a little bit
No.
cool?
He's not
Okay.
cool. I'm
All
glad he
right.
got his face punched in, but was Logan the one who got really beat up bad in
That's
the latest
Jake.
boxing match?
Jake
or was
got
that
beat up.
Jake?
Logan's a
That's
pro
Jake.
wrestler. Logan's a
Okay.
pro wrestler.
Oh, well, yeah, I knew that. I don't
all right.
watch a lot of
Look,
wrestling.
enough
so
of
sorry.
the shenanigans here.
Okay.
You told me, I told you I thought Bare Naked Ladies were awful, and you got really mad. And I said, you know what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to one of their albums, and to go through it top to bottom. The album Gordon.
Yep.
From 1992's Gordon. I listened to this whole
Their
album.
debut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I
All
listened
right.
to all of it.
Did the Four Horsemen listen to it? Or,
I have no
'cause
idea.
Mike
I have
told me while I was on
bro, Mike, did you listen to it?
Okay.
Yeah, I listened to it, Tom.
Okay, good. I think I got to. You can chime in on this, but I'm going to take the lead first on
Yeah,
it.
go for it.
All right. Oh, and I will say I did listen to a Trout Mass replica. I did listen to Trout Mass.
All right.
Trout Mass replica.
Good. Okay. Very good. It's a legendary. Look, you listened to Captain Beefheart. I listened to Bare Naked Ladies.
Yeah.
I got to just say, I did not like this album. I am sorry. Don't yell at me.
Okay.
I did not like
I'm not
it.
going to yell at you.
I thought it was just look. It's you know what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like if like the songs sound like if Bobby McFerrin had a band. Like they're all like like they're all like
Who's Bobby McFerrin?
Don't worry, be happy. You know that guy?
Oh, yeah.
These songs are like that. Look,
they're not. That's like reggae.
No, it's not reggae.
This
Well,
is
first
more
of all,
bossa nova.
every one of these, but please don't get into that. If I got to get into this fake bossa nova that's running through this whole Bare Naked Ladies album, yikes!
What do you mean fake bossa nova?
All right, Mike. Mike,
is it not?
Aren't there a couple polkas in there?
Yeah.
No
There's no
disrespect
polkas.
to Weird Al, but I was catching like
I
a
love
Weird
Weird
Al vibe.
you got Weird Al vibes. Okay.
Yeah, Weird Al. Well,
Yeah, almost like
Weird
a
Al was-
novelty
Weird
album.
Al- It
Spiro.
wasn't a novelty album, and I will say, okay.
I will say, look, it's not it's not a novelty album. They're a real band. They're not doing parodies, but the lyrics are comedy lyrics. So much of it,
They're not. No. This is. I have to disagree with you on this point. Will I say that there are comedic songs? Grade 9 is a comedic song. I will gladly concede that point. The lyrics to "What a Good Boy" are not comedic.
Okay. Well, what about the lyrics to a box set? Or Be My Yoko
those have a
Ono?
comedic.
Or Grade 9?
So a song can't have jokes. We can't
I didn't
take
say
any
they
song
can't.
seriously that has any jokes. in
I
it,
didn't say
is
they
what you're
can't have
saying.
jokes. I didn't say they can't have jokes. I'm saying they do have jokes, is all I'm saying. They can do whatever they want.
And Captain Beefheart was just completely serious. He didn't say anything that was funny at all on that album. You're absolutely right.
Again, you see, you're getting all twisted. I'm saying
I'm not getting twisted.
I am not a fan of comedy rock. And they've got a lot of funny songs and a lot of silly stuff. If I had $1 million singing about, I'm going to buy you a car, the car, like it's a sensible car, whatever.
But it's sweet.
Oh, well, look, if it's sweet to you, great. I'm happy you like this band. I'm happy you found a band you like. I really am. I really am.
You don't sound okay.
I don't sound no. See, you just can't handle.
You don't.
Okay, well, tell me what you thought about Trout Mask Replica. Let me hear this.
You know what? I think I'm gonna show some things that you are not doing right now. I loved it.
Good.
I loved the album.
Well,
I thought it was good.
Good.
I was happy that you showed it. I think it was definitely not what I was expecting it to be, is what I'll say. For a second, I thought you had kind of given me a joke album. I thought you would give me something like
This is one of the most
The
acclaimed.
Chad
This is one of the most
Philosophy of the
acclaimed
World.
albums ever. This is one of the
But,
most acclaimed
yeah,
albums
exactly.
ever.
I thought it was really cool, and it made me understand, I think, why you don't like Primus. Because I feel like Primus, in your mind, you think Primus is doing a bit of a washed-down version of kind of the stuff that's in this.
That's fair.
Like that kind of crazy.
I think Primus, look, Captain Beefheart, he went to school, he went to high school with Frank Zappa. Literally went to high school with him.
Yeah.
Anybody who Primus has definitely taken more from the Zappa than the Beefheart path.
Was Tom Watts inspired by this? Because I saw
Tom Waits?
Watts mentioned in the comments.
Tom Waits?
Tom Waits.
I'm sure
I've only
there's an
heard Murder in the
influence.
Red Barn,
I'm sure
so
there's
I don't
an
know how
influence.
his name is said.
Look, don't worry, bro. Don't worry, bro. Look, all I'm saying is I listened to
Don't
the
worry,
album.
be happy?
I didn't really like it. I tried. I listened
but
to
can we-
I spent an hour listening to this thing because I said I would,
Well,
and I
where
did.
were you at? If I could say one thing, you did say you were kind of sick in the week because of that concert.
No,
Like, when did
I
you
listened
listen
to it.
and where were you at?
I listened to it. I listened to it today. Getting ready for the show.
Today?
Today? Yeah,
Okay.
today.
Sorry. At what time? Like, was it early in your day?
No, it wasn't. I
like,
listened to it. I
were you
sat at my desk with headphones on and listened to it on great headphones so I could really appreciate all of it. And I got it.
What was your favorite track?
Which one's shortest?
Dude, if you're not going to be serious about this,
That was
why
a
do you-
joke. That was
why
a
did you
joke.
listen if you're just going to?
Because I said I would listen. My favorite song's probably The Flag.
See, let me say this. Can you admit there's more to the Bare Naked Ladies than you originally thought? Like, after listening to a song like The Flag, which is full of beautiful visual, like, imagery, kind of, when talking about all these different animals, talking about the forest, and as well as one of the major themes of that is sort of a spousal disagreement, implied sort of like violence. I don't know if I'll say outright abuse, but like, can you accept that they are able to tread into more legitimate subject matter? And keep in mind, this is their debut. This is their debut album, and they were already doing that stuff.
Okay, well, it's not that tricky to sing about real
What do you
life.
mean?
It's not that
I'm not
tricky to sing about real life.
What?
People have been doing it for a very long time. Look,
But it's a song.
Yeah, it's
They're
a song.
like doing.
I'm aware it's a song.
I'm saying I don't get what you mean from real life. It isn't like they just wrote down, oh, I got in a fight with my wife. This happened. They wrote lyrics. They wrote poetry.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. You're making it sound like it's just lazy.
I didn't.
Which I don't
no,
like.
you're projecting. You're very defensive about these
I'm not
guys.
projecting.
You're very defensive about these guys.
They're my
What are you in
favorite
the
band.
band? Are you in the band? Be honest.
I'm not in.
Are you
No,
in
no,
the
I'm
Bare
not
Naked
in the
Ladies?
band.
Do you
I'm not
play
in the
bass in Bare Naked Ladies?
They're my. No, it's just they're my favorite band. I don't know why that's so alien to you that I would care about my favorite band. If you're gonna, it's just I care about them. They're my favorite band.
Okay, look, I'm glad you got something you care about, bro. Glad you got something you care about.
Yeah. I care about Captain Beefheart now. I'm probably going to try to listen to more stuff like that.
Okay.
I kind of wish you would. What?
I said okay.
I don't.
You are on edge. You're on edge. What's going on with you? Why are you so on edge?
I'm not on edge. What do you mean I'm on edge? I'm talking to you calmly. I feel like I've been trying to keep pace of myself.
You literally just went like this. I'm on edge? What do you mean I'm on edge? You literally went. That's literally what you sound. You literally.
Dude, you're accusing me of being on edge.
Because you certainly sound like
Basically,
you're on
being
edge.
like-
You're getting all worked
How
up.
do I sound on edge?
You're yelling
I'm being
again.
polite to you.
You're yelling
This
again.
isn't yelling.
Oh,
This isn't yelling. I
feels
know
like you're
how I
saying-
yell. This isn't yelling.
It feels like you're saying you want to hear yelling, like you're telling me you want me to
I
yell.
don't.
I'll yell.
I don't want to yell. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just I know I'm not yelling. I'm speaking in a decently loud tone of voice so I can be heard,
Fair
but
enough.
I am not yelling.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Look, Bare Naked Ladies.
Yeah.
I love them. Then is that what you want me to say? I love them.
You keep bringing up this point, and I'm actually getting a bit frustrated with it because you keep acting like I'm saying, why don't you love them? I'm not saying, why don't you love them? I'm just saying, why don't you get it? Like, what do you not get about that? What is the block here?
I think it
just feels like you're not willing to take them seriously in any way. You're just able to laugh
I
it
listened
off
to the
and be
whole
like,
dude.
Bare Naked Lady.
I listened to the whole album. I gave
I
it
know
an
you
hour.
did, and I appreciate you doing that, but you don't seem to have any like.
But you just
real
you
thoughts
were
about it. You're
Look,
just-
this is what you were hoping. You were hoping I'd come out, I'd listen to the album, and I'd go, hey, you know what? These guys are awesome. Now I get it. I really do like them. That's what you were hoping.
No,
It's
but
okay.
I would have.
It's okay if that's what you're hoping.
It just feels like you don't understand it. It feels like you're trying to placate me to a certain extent, being like,
I'm scared of
I
you.
don't like
Of course
it, but
I
if
am.
you like it, it's fine. Why are you scared of me?
Because you said you want to hear me yell. I'll show you yelling.
I never said that. You're making. You didn't. I was telling you that I know when I am yelling. Okay. I did not say you want to hear yelling. I'm going to yell. I'm not that kind of person.
Okay, then don't yell.
I don't just yell at people for no. Yeah, I'm trying not to yell at you. I'm trying to be respectful to you. I'm trying to be polite to you.
I appreciate
and
it.
I feel like Okay.
I appreciate it. Look.
Okay.
You're over here. I'm over there. It happens.
I don't get what you mean by that. Could you elaborate?
Yeah, it means you are over here enjoying this. I'm not where you are. You're not where I am. We're in two different places.
But you're like looking down on it. You is the problem.
Because see, the thing is, this is what I'm going to say. You are personalizing your fandom of Bare Naked Ladies to a point where if me not liking them is a referendum on you, it's not at all. It's not at all.
It's not that you don't like them. It's that you actively insult them and treat them as a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Like as a punchline.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Folks, I would like to apologize to the Bare Naked Ladies. I was not reverent enough toward them. I did not show them the respect that they. I did not show them the respect that a band who wrote songs like "Be My Yoko Ono" and
that's a good song.
And Grade 9.
Did you know Yoko herself listened to it and she liked it, but she said she preferred Brian Wilson more, like that song more.
Okay, good. I'd rather listen to Yoko Ono, to be honest. I'm a fan of Yoko Ono's music.
That's fine, but I don't get why you. It just feels like you don't like anything that's like upbeat or that's like.
Yeah, you're right. I don't like anything that's upbeat or happy.
Well, if you're gonna psychoanalyze me, like I don't know. It just seems like
you're
getting mad at them for being jokey.
I'm not mad at them at all. I'm not. Why would I be mad at Bare Naked Ladies?
Not that you're mad at them. It's just that, like, I just don't get your attitude about them, if I'm being honest. Like, that's what I don't understand.
You're right. I withdraw my attitude. I will. I will say, in a passionless
I'm not telling you to be passionate. Say what you want. I want you to not be holds barred. I want you to say what you think.
I am not as much a fan of
you?
Bare Naked Ladies as you are.
That's fine.
I am not a fan of Bare Naked Ladies. Is that better?
I think
robotic.
I think it's telling that I listened to Trout Mask Replica and I had more positive things to say about it than you did about it.
Because I picked a good album for you. I picked a good album.
I picked a good album for you, Tom.
Yeah.
I picked an album that I enjoy.
Okay, and I
picked an
didn't
album
enjoy it
that
as
I
much as
thought-
you did. I don't enjoy it the way you did.
But like,
It happens,
what was your
bro.
least favorite song?
My least favorite
If
song?
you're not getting into content.
Oh, what would
You're
be
not
my
getting
least
into
favorite song?
content, you're
Easy.
just-
If I had $1 million, is my least favorite song.
Why?
Oh my God!
That's actually the most played song.
Yeah.
From the album.
Yeah.
Well,
by quite a margin.
By quite a margin, yeah.
64 million listens.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad song.
No, this is
Like,
how
it's
it
not
goes
your
with you.
favorite
This is
song.
how
It's
it
not
goes with you,
bad.
son. Son, this is how it goes with you.
What? Also,
Tell me what song
please
is
do
your
not
least
call me
favorite
son.
on the album. Oh, it's If I Had $1 Million. Why?
Well, yeah, that's the point of this. I thought the point of this was to discuss the music, to discuss the song, to understand each other.
Yeah. Oh, I understand. Don't worry. I understand.
Again, you're treating me like I don't get it. You're treating me like I can't understand what you're saying, dude.
You get it. I get it. We're cool.
Yeah.
We're cool. What's another album I should
well,
listen to?
Are we actually?
Give me another album to listen to. What's
I
the
think
one that'll put me over
I
the
guess
top?
if you didn't. So you don't like the goofy stuff, is what you're saying. You don't like when they get goofy.
Yeah,
You're not big on
Okay,
the
yeah,
goofy.
yeah. Give me one to listen to.
Maroon, out of the
Maroon 5?
Maroon. Oh,
Who should I listen to?
Because it's a band that has that name. You're Maroon, Bare Naked Ladies, the Maroon album that has some war songs on it, such as like Helicopters,
Okay.
Sell. That's a bit more.
Okay.
I don't know, dude. I'm
Well,
sorry.
dude, I'll listen to that album this week. I'll listen to that album this week.
Okay.
Okay? You happy?
But do I need to listen to another album? I'm a bit confused.
Yeah, I'll pick an album for you to listen to.
Okay. And if you want, I can give you a bad habit, since I know that's the topic of the show.
I
wanna
gotta
veer
move
too
on. I
off.
want you to listen to.
Well, but that's the topic of the show. Why
Lark's-
can't I contribute to the topic of the show? If the
because I
topic is
have
bad
other
habits?
things going on.
I'm sorry.
Bye. Oh my goodness. Guy yelling. I'm getting yelled at. I'm getting yelled at by the listeners. I'm not getting yelled. Look, we got a full show tonight. We got busy phones. We got hot phones. I want to just open it up. I don't want to just yell about bare naked ladies all night. Let's have fun with the rest of the. Hello, Best Show.
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
Hey, Tom, what's up?
Oh, doing all right. Just doing the show.
Cool. It's Paul McCartney in Greenbridge. How you doing?
I'm good. You're in Greenbridge,
You been here
huh?
before?
I
Yeah.
have.
Have you been?
I was in I went through Greenbridge. One time I thought my trunk was open. Like I pulled over, got out, and shut my trunk. But I really didn't spend much more time than that in Greenbridge.
You're lucky.
Really?
Oh, living nightmare.
Well, what's the deal with Greenbridge then?
Well, the main thing is everything in the town is painted forest green. So that's buildings, roads, sidewalks. You can't really see objects clearly. It's very dangerous.
I did notice that. It's like an optical illusion. Yeah, it's a little weird. I can't imagine living there.
No, it's like, you know how in that Human League video, I think it's Mirror Man, that like the part of the town, it's all painted blue. Remember that? Like that, but it's forest green.
I do remember that. I think that might have been the video for Fascination.
Keep feeling fascination. Oh,
Yeah.
There's some good songs on those records.
Hey.
Hey, I think we've talked about this before. Songs that start great and then kind of suck.
Yeah.
So you want me?
Song.
Dong. Strong opening.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so it starts off like you're just like, this song, this is catchy, it's authoritative, it sounds modern.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's okay. The rest of it's okay. Not bad. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. It just kind of, so for you, that just drops off within the first 20 seconds.
Oh, totally. 10 seconds, maybe.
First
yeah.
So
but
you
those
just
first 10 seconds are great.
So when it was just like, she was working as a you're out already.
I'm kind of off board by that point. Yeah.
Well, that's fair. I mean, I guess I might like the song a little more than you, but that's, you know.
You might. Yeah. To each his own. It's not like, it's, I'm trying to think of an example of a band that people can't really, that a lot of people have, some people love and some people don't. Probably the Bare Naked Ladies.
You think? Yeah. Yeah. Look, I don't want to get, I don't want to get back into.
Oh, were you talking about them earlier?
Yeah, I guess we were talking about it. A caller was a little twisted about them.
Oh, I was listening to hold music the whole time.
Okay. What did we have playing on the hold music?
It was weird. It was Vanilla Fudge.
Yeah, it really, I thought that would just kind of like get people into like a trancy kind of state for the call. Yeah, a little bit, but not overpowering.
I love it. I like it.
Not overpowering to where like you're tired by the time you get on the air.
No.
I'm not gonna.
No, you're kind of grooving to Carmine.
Yeah,
on the drums.
And the other two, it's like
the other two guys who I don't remember. Yeah.
Yeah. What a funny band that the drummer is the only person anybody can name from that band.
I know. Yeah. Well, did you read his book? There's a lot of erotic stuff in his memoir.
Carmine
I don't want to get into
Appice?
Yes.
Now, is it Appice or a piece?
The weird thing. I was going to say, the weird thing about his name.
Yeah.
He pronounces it a piece.
Okay.
No, he's Carmine Appice.
Yeah.
His brother, Vinny, pronounces it Appice, and their father pronounces it a third way.
Sounds
crazy.
That's doesn't sound like there's a whole lot of communication going on in the in that house. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Hey, but getting back to Greenbridge, we have the most traffic and non-traffic accidents in all of North America.
The most traffic and non-traffic accidents?
Yeah, because everything's green. People bumping into stuff on the sidewalks and in the street, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that it seems.
Yeah,
it seems tricky.
Yeah. I say North America. There's actually a town in Chile called Puente Negro, and they have even more accidents because everything there is painted black.
Well, that would just be like what, at night? What would you do at night?
I don't know what you do. I guess you get into accidents.
Yeah, you must just have to be like, it's getting dark. Don't go anywhere.
Everybody go home.
Everybody just get home. Get home as fast as possible. The sundown is at 6:38. Hurry.
Everybody run.
Yes, everybody's in a panic. Because then it's like as soon as the sun goes down, you probably just hear car crashes and screaming.
Exactly. Yes. Hey, I'm mortified. I got the topic wrong for tonight.
Okay. What
I was all excited to call in. Yeah.
Yeah, the topic we were talking about bad habits.
Oh crap. I thought it was what's the most comically misguided thing you've ever done?
Well, that's not the topic. Did you have something for that?
Okay. I do have one.
Oh, please,
yes.
Please. I'd love to hear it.
I enrolled in seminary school, where you go to become a minister or a priest or, pastor.
Okay.
And I did that because I thought being a minister would give me special powers over wild animals, thus allowing me to command an army of wolves, bears, and skunks to do my bidding.
Okay, well, how did, I mean, that's a pretty severe leap. How did you why would you assume that?
Well, I thought, basically, I thought if I could get one of those robes that they wear, ministers and such, that I thought that's where the magical powers were, especially if there's Latin phrases or symbols stitched into it.
Okay. So you mistook that for superheroes or like wizards? What were you thinking?
It was a jump, I guess.
Sure.
I don't know. It was a jump. I thought if I put this thing on, I'd have power.
So it's like one of those things that you just in your head made the connection and you didn't realize after a while that you made a faulty connection.
Exactly. Yeah. And when one of the other students told me that it don't work like that, and I was like, oh my God, I suddenly realized I was looking at a life devoid of any kind of excitement in the travel, work, and lovemaking departments. And I was just like, bye, Father Felicia, right?
So that was you. You were out.
I was gone.
Yeah.
So that's pretty stupid, right?
Well, I mean, look, we all make mistakes. I'm not going to call it stupid. I mean, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah. Embarrassing, but I own it. I can own that.
No, it sounds like you got a good sense of humor about yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Hey, did you see that Bruce and the E Street Band are touring again?
I saw they're doing a very it seems like a I don't know how, not last minute, but it seems like a relatively spontaneous thing.
Seems like it. Yeah, yeah. Bruce called into the show one time, didn't he?
Well, he's called in more than once. I think he's probably called in about 15 times.
Oh, wow. Okay. I thought it was just once.
No, he would call in repeatedly and yeah, it was it was very exciting.
Interesting. Okay. Well, my buddy Squirt, he has a brother who's on Bruce's road crew, and he told me the wildest thing.
Yeah? What is it?
So, Bruce he's in his 70s, so he doesn't want to overdo it. So he never plays more than 2 shows in a row. It's usually just one, right? So there's all these days off on the road, right?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Guess what Bruce does on those days off?
I mean, I would assume he rests.
Well, yeah, he rests. Also DoorDash.
Oh, I mean, well, that's pretty. I mean, a lot of people do DoorDash when they're like have downtime or they're traveling. That's not. I don't think that's anything out of the ordinary.
No, Tom, he delivers DoorDash.
Wait, I'm not. Wait, he actually works for DoorDash.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh well, that is very strange. Like, what is it? Do you have any insight into it?
He's got that work ethic that's ingrained in him, and this fear that whatever he's got can go away at any second, right? Very weird.
It's a little strange. Yeah.
So he gets to a town and he puts his bags away and stuff, and then he rents a zip car wherever, whatever city he's in, and then he logs into DoorDash and he makes runs for the next 6 hours.
And how much could he possibly be making, especially since he has to rent a zip car?
I know. I don't know. It's probably not a lot.
No, he's working he's starting off in the red with it. Wow, that's
right. Yeah. I mean,
weird.
And then imagine your doorbell rings standing in your doorway holding a bag of fajitas from Los Barros Riendo, which means the Laughing Burros. It's Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Hey, I forgot utensils.
This is very strange.
Yeah,
I mean,
so that's wild.
It must just be the kind of thing like you hear somebody, like your dog barks or something, and you look out on the porch, and there's someone taking a picture of the bag of food, setting it down, and you look at who that is, and it's Bruce Springsteen.
Honey, I think that's the boss out there with our fajitas.
Really strange.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, boss, and he's already gone. Like he's already walking back to the car.
Yeah, he's gone. Just he waves without even looking back. Just waves.
With like, is he? And I just picture him wearing like the vest with the button-up shirt underneath, like just like he's dressed like he's on stage.
Like a Newsies cap. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not dressed all like sloppy as he drives around.
No. Right.
That's weird.
Worried about that paper, right? As they say. Needs paper.
I guess he is. I guess he's worried about that paper, which is strange. You would have thought that after he sold his catalog for $500 million that he might have got he might have just realized he could exhale at this point.
He can't. He's so worried. Hey, speaking about people who are worried about money.
Uh-huh.
When I was growing up, my dad was so cheap, he would not buy shock absorbers for our family cars.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
What was that like?
Oh, my God, Tom. It was like riding in a stagecoach at 60 miles an hour with Roger Whittaker blasting on the tape deck.
And you're just getting bounced, huh?
Just thrown. And I'll tell you, it's sad. It's why me and my siblings have had flagrant pain issues for most of our lives.
That'll do it. Like driving over a pothole with no shocks on your car.
Awful. Yeah. None of us can ride bikes or mopeds.
Oh, that's too bad.
It is. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well.
You know what? He was so cheap. I hate to pile on him, but this is kind of funny. He wouldn't take us to movies. Instead, he would steal a big bag of popcorn from a theater dumpster, unsold popcorn. And he'd bring it home. He'd sit us all down, and some neighborhood kids would come around too. And he'd go through the movie listings and proudly tell us what all the movies were about, so we didn't have to see them.
Okay. So he'd have the popcorn there for you to eat.
Yes.
But then he's sitting there looking at the paper and saying, what would it be like? Like, how did he do it?
Well, the incredible layer of this is that he hadn't read anything about these movies or seen any of them, so he would just make it up as he went along.
Sure.
So this is back in the late 70s, early 80s. So it would be like, all right, at the Greenbridge Heptagon. And I will say that's one cool thing about living in Greenbridge. We had the first 7-theater complex in the Quint Cities.
Wow. Okay,
cool.
that's not nothing.
No, but it would be like at 5:15 and 7:30, Saturday Night Fever, and then he'd lean in and say, "It's the story of a terrible present-day plague outbreak that begins when an astronaut returns from Mars after being bitten by a poisonous space snake." And we'd all be like, oh my God. And then he'd go, the astronaut becomes very famous and he spreads this Martian space plague when he kisses Jane Curtin in an SNL sketch cameo involving a May-December relationship between President Ford and Stevie Nicks. Like, it was that level. It was pretty amazing.
That's elaborate.
Right?
Yeah, that's pretty mind-blowing. Like, your dad's got some imagination, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. And I don't know why, but for some reason, when the sequel to Saturday Night Fever came out, Staying Alive, he didn't just piggyback on his original Martian plague idea, right? So his Staying Alive was basically the story of that South American soccer team whose plane crashed in the Andes, and they had to resort to cannibalism for survival. That's how they stayed alive.
So he told that as the story, as of the plot of the movie Staying Alive.
Very scary for children, right?
That'd be terrifying. I mean, the thing with the poisonous space snake or whatever it was, like, that's scary enough, but at least that's like science fiction. This is is a whole other thing.
I didn't even tell you the part where as he's talking about the cannibalism, he then pulled out like an 8-piece box from KFC and would start eating it. So it was really icky too.
That's a little rough.
Yeah. Right. What else was there? The Shining. The Shining, that great Kubrick movie, right?
Yeah.
His version?
I can't wait for this.
I know. That's called a pregnant pause.
Very dramatic.
Yes. Yeah, he was great at that. Anyway, The Shining, the story of a late 19th century Southern bank manager who runs afoul of the law because of a check scheme he's got. He embarks on an epic 1,000-mile journey to Mexico, where he intends to make his fortune in silver mines. The silver was the shining part of it.
Wow.
Right?
That has nothing to do with the movie.
No.
And
his telling of it was like Heaven's Gate length. But he was so convincing that we were just captivated. But it was so long that his nutshell of the story had an intermission.
Wow. So he would tell that long of a story that he actually had to take an intermission.
Right. He would go out on the stoop and smoke.
Okay.
For like 5 minutes.
And then he'd say, intermission's over.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
So that was a good one. Yeah. I'm not going to get into his description of Octopussy, though.
Yeah. I'd rather you didn't.
Well, I will say I was only 12, so I didn't get any of it. But, thinking back on all these years later, I've been married 3 times and I still don't get some of the erotic things he was describing.
Wow. I honestly don't even know what to say to you with that. That's one where I feel like anything I would say would not land.
There's nothing to say.
There is nothing to say. What was it like when you realized? What was it like when you realized that these movies were about something completely different?
Oh, it was actually kind of funny. I mean, like I was shocked. I should also say that in his telling of the movies, he'd also say who was starring in them, and it would just be whoever he knew about or was aware of in entertainment or culture at that moment, right? So it would be like, these iconic movies, but they were starring, I don't know, Charo, James Coburn, Scott Baio, the boxer. Remember Ken Norton, the boxer Ken Norton?
Yes.
Who else? Johnny Rotten, Susan Sontag, people like that.
Well, yeah. Well, I got to say, I wish I could see some of those movies.
I do. So to answer your question, I'd see these movies later in life, like decades later. And I thought it was kind of funny. I was actually impressed that my dad was so creative, but he was shockingly dead on about only one movie.
What movie was that?
The China Syndrome.
Which, if people aren't familiar, it's a movie about a nuclear reactor having a meltdown.
Exactly. But going by the title, if you just saw that title, you would just think it was about some sort of intrigue or calamity happening in the Far East, right?
That's where your head would generally go, sure.
Right. But he was dead on about the nuclear meltdown, the following cover-up, and that it happened in California. But despite all that, instead of Jane Fonda or who else was in it? Michael Douglas and Jack Lemmon, his version starred Meadowlark Lemon, Barbie Benton, and Kiss.
Well, I gotta say, I would much rather see your father's version of China Syndrome with Meadowlark Lemon from the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yep.
And the band Kiss. Wow.
And Playboy Playmate Barbie Benton.
Barbie Benton, yeah.
Yes. So I'd pay to see it for sure.
Yeah. Well, look, it's too bad.
Ace Frehley going.
What's that?
Ace Frehley going, hey, I can fix that reactor with my mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of music.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for not making fun of my name.
Your name was, what was it, Paul?
Yeah, Paul McCartney.
Paul, okay. I heard something I didn't want to. I try to be mindful of callers and then their names. It's just like you might not want. You might not want my questions. Is how I kind of figure. Paul McCartney.
Well, I appreciate that. Yes, you're the opposite of just about everybody I've ever met in my life. So.
Well,
I appreciate that. The taunting I've received because of this name, can you imagine?
I can't imagine what it would be like to hear some of the stuff you've.
I won't think about it.
Yeah.
I'll never say what people's
you got.
Yelled at. I won't. I refuse. There's no way.
Paul, I'm not. I have to. I'm going to have to demand you tell me.
You're riling me.
It's such an interesting thing, and I think it could help people who've gone through being teased.
Oh.
Like you could be an inspiration for them.
Oh, I'd like to be an inspiration. I do want that.
Well, maybe just okay. Can you give us like one or two?
I'll give you a couple. Okay. Yeah. People would they'd yell hurtful things like here comes the dumb, she doesn't love you, you did spoil the party, I've just seen a hideous face, you're a loser, I don't want to hold your hand, you let me down, got to get you out of my life, a day in the life of a moron. All you need is a new personality. I had some food issues for a while, and people would just sing "Carry That Weight" at me. Very cruel.
Yeah.
So things like that. So it was very it was rough.
Those are hurtful, and I mean, I just I just have to say I wish no, I'm not even gonna say I thought of a couple while you're doing. Never mind. That's not cool. Let's just talk about something else.
Give me one. Just do one.
Don't live and go die.
Pretty good. Do one more.
Take you away. Instead of take it away.
Do one more. Oh, I don't know that. Do one more. Do one more that I know.
Let's see. He came in through the toilet. No, I'm not good at this. I'm not very good at this.
It's okay. Everybody's got strong.
Me and Mr. Moron. Me and Mr. Moron.
Ah, that hurts. I don't like that.
Sorry.
Oh, hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Speaking of Beatles, please me. That's about oral, right?
Oh, I don't think it is.
Isn't it? Oh, no, I think it is.
I don't think it is. I mean, I think that's more of a modern interpretation of it.
I don't know. Hang on. Let me ask my dad. Hang on.
Wait.
I'll ask my dad.
Hold.
He knows more about the Beatles than I do.
How how old are you, Paul?
62. Why?
62, and you're gonna. Well, your dad. Okay, I guess if your dad must have been really. He was like a young father when you were born. Like when you were born.
No. He was retired and on his third wife by then.
By the time you were 62. How old is your dad?
114.
He's up there. He's still doing okay?
But I'll tell you, Tom. Well, he's so tight with money. He's pretty much just remained living all these years because he doesn't want to pay for a casket.
Wow. Okay.
Don't do cheap.
That's a little tight, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no!
What?
Oh my God, Tom! My dad just fell out of his cot and rolled into one of the mud pits behind our house. Oh crap! Oh, he's sinking! It's quicksand! Oh no!
Is it green quicksand?
Yes, I can't even see. I can't tell who. Now he's green. I can't tell what's what.
No.
Well, I'm just gonna go in there. Oh no!
Be careful, Paul. Be careful. What is going on? Oh no! Are you in the quicksand? I think we just lost him. Oh man. Well oh man, I hope he's okay. That's rough. I mean, look, it doesn't happen. It's terrible. That's terrible. I hope he's okay. The phone number for the show tonight, 201-989-0012. If you want to be a part of the action, that's the number you call to be on the best show. And yeah, I did try to see Dirty 3. I got sick. I missed all but the first 15 or 20 minutes of the show, which was also not the best part of the show. Andrew, you saw the show.
Yeah, I did.
The first 15 minutes, they were like tuning up.
It took them a while to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, there were times when I was like a little bit frustrated by that, but I just think that their whole thing is so kind of ephemeral. It just takes them a little bit to get into it. Warren just seemed like he needed time to really get into the zone.
Okay.
But I mean, definitely entertaining the whole time. A lot of bizarre tangents that were really funny, including one about killing Billy Joel that I thought I was It's a shame you didn't get to hear it. I think you would have appreciated it.
A few people reached out to me and they're like, "Hey, were you at the show? Did you hear the Billy Joel part?" It's like, I was, but I didn't hear it because I had to leave. Yeah, well, that stinks.
Yeah, it was a good show, but yeah, I was like a little. It was probably a good thing they played so long, just because it took them a while to kind of get into the groove of it,
to get a flow going.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. But once they did, it was like, oh, okay, here we go. Like, this is why we're here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm sorry you couldn't. It was a bummer that you had to leave.
It happens. I mean, also, it's not exactly the greatest soundtrack for not feeling well.
No, it gets pretty. It builds up in intensity a lot.
It's just too jarring. It's not the kind of thing where I could just be like, I'm just going to sit still and just cool out here and just listen to the music.
Yeah, that was the thing. The beginning of the first like 40 minutes of the show were a lot like that. And eventually they started playing some of the older songs that kind of like space out a little more. But even those, eventually crescendo and it gets bigger. And
yeah,
it would have been. I can't imagine it would be pleasant.
Well, if I was feeling good, that would have been perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah. It happens. It happens, and it happened to me.
Yeah.
Let me take a quick call here. We're going to go to the phones, 201-989-0012. Hello, Best Show. Hello, Best Show. If you are on hold for the Best Show, I am talking to you right now. Oscar. It is your turn to be a part of the Best Show, Oscar. You've been on hold for an hour. Speak. Oh, man. Look, you call back, Oscar. You call back. We'll put you to the front of the line. Hello, Best Show. Hello, Best Show. What's going on here? Is something up?
It doesn't look like it is from this end. It seems like every as far as I can tell, everything looks okay.
Okay.
Let me check in with Mike and see if there's something going on.
Sure, we'll make sure. Yeah. Alex. Okay. One more. Let's try one more. See if it works. Hello, Best Show. Hello, Best Show. Nothing? Nobody? Yeah.
Maybe we need to restart Collins Studio.
Okay. Let me do that.
Sorry.
That's okay. Man. One for the road. Lido. Whoa. He got now. When up a dog bow, Lido. Okay. Whoa. We're back. Rebooted call-in studio.
Okay, I need to wait for it to get into Zoom, and then we should be good.
Yes. You.
I'll let
give
you
me
know.
the high sign. You give me the high sign. Give me the high sign. Then we'll be ready.
Now listen up, Gen Z, because I've had enough of it. This whole cancel culture. Damn, y'all are so sensitive. At first I ignored it, but now you crossed the line by going after a very dear friend of mine.
Silence, mortals.
Your feelings are hurt. You wish his lyrics were more clean. How dare he openly speak about such violent things like murdering his wife? Now we're all arguing about whether or not to play his music on air. This generation thinks they control what's not theirs, trying to cancel what you weren't around for in the first place. How about instead you just learn to embrace Eminem's a lyricist? He paved the way for your favorite rappers to say what they can say today. If you can understand them, that is, I don't have the clue. Maybe that's the difference between millennials and you. You can't get offended by what someone's saying when they're mumbling and stumbling over the word. And it's humbling to think a generation that's so open-minded can't appreciate this.
I don't wanna be here no more. I'm so tired. I don't wanna be here no more. I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
All right, let's check it out. We'll see if the phones are back. Let's try it. Hello, Best Show. Hello, Best Show.
I can see people talking, but I can't hear it. Let me just see what's going on here. Oh, okay.
Hello?
Sorry about that. I think I see what happened.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry. As long as it's working. Hello, Best Show.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. Who's this?
Oh, this is Brian. Brian from Toronto.
Brian from where now?
Toronto.
Toronto. How's stuff in Toronto tonight? AKA, what do you call it? You can say it. What's the nickname?
Toronto? T.O?
The T-Dot. That's what I call it.
Things are good.
Good. What
sunny for the first time.
What neighborhood are you in, Brian?
Like Queen Street West.
Okay. Not far from, you can say it, the Rivoli.
That's actually very close to the Rivoli.
I know. That's why I said it is.
A block away.
I know. I lived in that neighborhood for 4 months.
Where at?
One of this terrible apartment building, kind of like 3 blocks from the Sky Dome.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, the worst.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
But don't worry.
It's like the worst food in the entire city.
Worst food, closes down at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and everything is so expensive, it's insane.
Yeah, and don't worry. Some bum who worked on the TV show rented the apartments to the out of towners, and it's like, maybe I don't want to live here. This place sucks. This part of town sucks. But don't worry, I think there.
Anyone who actually lives in Toronto never goes there.
Of course they don't. I was only there for 4 months. What's going on, Brian? What can I do? What do you got? You got something for the topic?
I do. So I hope this is relatable. This is maybe me calling, hoping that it's relatable to everyone so I don't feel so bad.
Okay.
I have the worst habit of being late constantly.
Okay.
But late to open my store constantly, which I live very close to, so there's zero excuse. But the worst part is I go to bed every night being like, not tomorrow. I'm going to change, I'm going to start my whole morning process earlier. Sure. And tomorrow I'm going to be there earlier. I'm going to get all these things done.
First things first.
And literally every single day.
You are the owner of the business?
Yeah.
What is the business?
Makes it even worse.
What's the business?
It's a comic book store.
And what is the name of the comic book? You want to plug your comic book store?
Oh, sure. It's Silver Snail.
Silver Snail. And what time are you supposed to open, Brian?
11 o'clock.
Oh, my God. You still can't pull it together to get there for 11 a.m.?
Well, that's the thing. I wake up at 7:30 or 8. It's not a not waking up thing. It's a literal, I live very close.
Yeah.
And it is somehow, no matter what time I start my morning routine,
Mm-hmm.
I get here at like 11:07 to 11:11.
Yeah, no, you're
every day.
Okay, we're going to fix this right now. We're going to fix this right now. So tell me, what time do you go to bed?
11:30 or midnight. That's what I get in bed, but then I read or whatever.
Sure. That's you get into bed around 11:30 or midnight. When are you asleep? What time do you fall asleep?
1 probably. 1:30.
And you said you wake up around 7?
Yeah, 7:30 to 8:30 somewhere.
Oh, okay. So, and how long would it take you? Say you had to catch a flight. How long would it take you to get out of your apartment?
An hour?
An hour. So you have an hour of prep time. Let's say you have a full hour.
Yeah.
Let's say you wake up at 8:30, and you have a full hour now to get ready. 9:30. What are we talking? You're 15 minutes away?
Oh no, I'm so close.
Okay.
It's literally like it's under 5-minute walk.
Okay. So 8:30 to 9:30. We're just being super generous here, saying 10 o'clock you could be there. If you took a full hour to enjoy yourself in the morning, to wash up and eat some breakfast, right?
Yeah.
Change your clothes.
Yeah.
You should be on the street by 10. This is the problem. I'll tell you what the problem is. In your mind, you need to be there by 11. The reality is, you need to be 10 o'clock is when you need to be there, not 11. What are you doing with that time, Brian? What are you doing with it?
I don't know.
Well, you do know.
And
you
every
do know.
day-
You do. What are you? What are you? Is it blacking out here? What are you, Dr. Jekyll?
No. Like I see. I shave my head every day, so this is a thing. So I have a long morning routine, but it's just always there's a period of time where it's like something. I don't even know what comes up, and it's just like I feel like I'm through all of my morning, and then it's the exact same time when I'm racing towards.
I'll tell you what the thing is. This is what the thing is, Brian.
Yeah.
And don't take this the wrong way.
Yeah. No.
You're
Please, I'm wanting to.
Okay. You're trying to be cute. You're trying to be cute with your whole thing. You think you can bend time. You think you can bend time. You can't. Time goes in one direction at one pace. You can't stop it. You can't slow it down. This is what you need to do. And I mean this. What is something you need to do in your shop? Silver Snail Comics. Right? Silver Snail?
Yeah.
What is something you need to do in the shop that you need to do like after work? Like, what is something you need to do after work when the door's locked? You can't do it while customers are in there.
What I'm doing right now is like the sorting of the comics, like the pull file.
Okay. Well,
like the subscriptions,
Okay. Well, why don't you restructure your things a little bit and say, I'm going to get to work by 10. I'm going to spend 45 minutes. It'll give me still 15 minutes to get there, settle in, get everything, to put the heat on and the lights and everything, or the air conditioning, whatever you got to do. And you say, and I'll do my pulls before the store opens.
That's a great idea.
That way you have something to accomplish before 11 a.m. You're being cute with this, thinking you can just be like, oh, it's 11, and just give yourself a purpose in the morning. You're looking at it with this soft opening, like, oh, I guess I can open, because you know what? Also, you're getting away with it. You're getting away with it, right?
Well, exactly. That's why I'm calling. I'm trying to.
But here's the thing. Imagine this. What would it be like if you were not the owner of Silver Snail Comics? You would have been fired already.
Very true.
So you need to treat yourself like you are your own employee.
It makes a lot of sense.
You're not respecting your own business. Retail is so hard. You know that. Retail is so hard. And you're not respecting that. You're getting a little cute with it.
This is what I needed.
And you get up in time. It's not like you oversleep and suddenly you're like, I got to get there.
Oh, no.
You're up, which
No,
just
it's
means
just,
this is this is a correctable thing because you're awake. So what are we going to do tomorrow?
I mean, the one thing I will say, I have done the polls earlier today, so I'm a little ahead of the game. But I'm playing into my own hands. You're totally right.
Well, this is what you're going to do. You're going to go to bed. You're going to wake up at 8. Let's say you try to wake up. Look, no, sleep to 8:30. You sleep to 8:30. Then you get up. You get yourself ready. You shave your head. You do all this stuff you got to do. Look, you could also be shaving your head at night. That's neither here nor there.
Then you got a nighttime growth. No. And then it's a half shaved head. You can't do that.
Yeah, well, what are you, a werewolf? Okay, you shave your head in the morning. You give yourself that full hour. An hour covers it, like full on covers it?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. 8:30, 9:30, you're ready to go. You get to the store. You know, as the owner, I need to be in there by 10 because how many employees do you have?
Like 3.
Okay. Well, I'll just say this. Do you think this is much of an example to them? You're saying, you get in 10 minutes late, I'm okay. 10 becomes 15. As the owner, if that's the example you're setting as owner, you can't complain if they suddenly get lackadaisical with things and just casual with things. You're setting a bad example.
This is all very true. This is what I needed. This is what I called.
Well, this is what I'm going to say to you, Brian. First of all, anybody goes to Silver Snail Comics and says the word best show at checkout gets 90% off on any purchase. That's not true. Don't. He'll give you something. This is the thing. If you're listening to this and you go to Silver Snail, you say, hey, where's Brian?
100%.
You say, Brian, he'll hook you up with something. He's not going to give you 90% off. He will be doing.
I will give 90%.
He'll be doing 90% off if he doesn't start getting to work on time because he's going to be going out of business.
Yeah.
You need to set an example for number 2, your employees. Number 1, yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. It's time. What's tomorrow going to be like, Brian? Tell me how your day's going to play out tomorrow.
I'm going to get to the store at 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have. We're going to open early tomorrow.
Oh, you don't have to open early. I don't even want that to be the case.
No.
No. See, this is what you're going to do. You're going to bite off more than you can chew with this. Let's start with just getting you there on time. Because that's the thing. You're going to think you're the guy who shows up at the gym. Mike, you know guys like this. They show up at the gym. They think they're going to get it all back in one session. And then you tear a rotator cuff or something because you're lifting weights you're going too hard.
Can't do that.
No. It's about consistency.
I can't take the rush stress in the morning either. You know, it's
Well,
always every morning. I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah, and
then
that's
and
but
that's the whole thing.
the thing is, I'm not going to try to psychoanalyze you too much. You got something.
Oh, please do. This is what,
You're getting off. You get off on the rush on some level. You get off
I
on
think
the.
it's more. I can't. It's like paralysis until it's a nightmare scenario. You know, where it's like, oh no, now I have to. It's needing some sort of like pressure, but now I have the.
Yeah. You like.
You know.
You like creating some drama here in the morning. You like the rush of I'm late. Can I get away with it? I'm getting away with it. These are all the things. These are all the things that you're playing with here in your head.
I wouldn't use the word like, but yeah, it's something like that.
No, on a weird level, you like it. On a weird level, you like it. You like the fact that you're showing the world I can do what I want and I'm still in business. There's a part of you that's a little warped, and I don't mean that in a bad way. We've all got them. We've all got our little things like that. This is your thing. You need to just respect yourself, respect the business, respect your health.
That's the hardest part.
You need to respect your health. You don't need the stress. Why are you doing the stress? Imagine how nice it'll be in the morning. You walk there and then you're doing the pulls, and then you just go, oh, hey, it's time for me to open the door. And you go unlock the door from the inside, you unlock the door, and now you're in control of your day. You've got the control exerted. All right, Brian, that's what I want you to do. I want you to call back next week and tell me how this week goes. Okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Of course.
And this is what I needed. I needed talking to.
No, of course. And look, I appreciate you being as honest. And look, I don't want your store to go out of business.
You're hitting on all my.
How much of a discount do I? If I go to your place, how much of a discount do I get? For real?
Oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're getting staff discounts. It's like your work here.
No, I got to do better than staff discount.
Better than
Actually,
staff discount.
I'll say this. Your staff discount, they're probably robbing you blind because you set this example that nothing matters.
It depends what you're looking to get.
We'll figure it out. Brian. You call me next week and let me know how it's going. Bye-bye. Folks, the best show. We've been doing this show for literally 26 years. Now, that's a long time. If I was to go and be brutal and give report card ratings for everything, I come through when it comes to the talk. You come through with the calls. The area that has been lacking is, look, do we get great guests? Yes, we do. The problem is they are generally talentless. And usually that's the streak we've had going here. Tonight, the streak has been shattered because we have hyper-talented duo. There's two of them, too. So they're even twice as talented. Or maybe they're each half as talented because they add up to one talented person. Now, this is very exciting. We have screenwriters, legendary screenwriters, Scott Alexander and Larry Karaszewski on the show. How are you both doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for coming on. This is so exciting.
Thank you for those kind words.
Yes. No, I want to tell a story to start off. A young boy in New Jersey dreamed of writing screenplays. This was the go-go 90s. He had his dream. He saw the movie Ed Wood and realized that's the best thing I've ever seen. Who wrote it? Then that young boy gets caught up and he figures it's Alexander and Karaszewski. He starts tracking down everything else. He finds an address, writes a fan letter. What does he get back in the mail? A signed script for the movie Problem Child, written by the two of you. And that was me. If anybody didn't know, I'm the boy in that story. And now I am old. I am closer to the end than the beginning. But you both, I am very appreciative of what you did for a dumb dude who you didn't have to do that for. So thank you for that. Because now
Problem Child was a hit, but we did not get many fan letters about Problem Child. Nobody reached out to us or checked on our address and said, "Oh, we like that one."
Well, to be fair, I don't know how much of a fan letter I wrote about Problem Child. I think it might have been more about Ed Wood. Now,
I mean, you must have asked about Problem Child.
I'm sure I did.
I would have sent you the Ed Wood script.
Exactly.
Sure. No, I must have asked about Problem Child, to be honest. I'm trying to sound high-minded here, but I was probably just like, how did they cast Junior? So let's begin at the beginning. How did the two of you, did you grow up out here?
I did. I grew up in Los Angeles. I've lived here my whole life.
Yeah. I grew up in South Bend, Indiana, and I came out here to go to USC Film School, and he wound up being my my college roommate. And long story short, basically we wrote a script while we were in college because Scott was one of the first people that I knew who actually had a personal computer. He actually had screenwriting software.
I was very much in early computers, and I think in 83 or 84, I drove down to San Diego to the K-Pro factory, and I bought a K-Pro personal computer.
So it's kind of it's like the thing where you're in a band, you let somebody in the band because they have a car, is what it seems like. This was the screenwriting equivalent of that.
Usually that's because they have amps, or they have speakers.
Yeah.
No, but what's really kind of funny is when the first conversation we ever had in line to get the lunch card at the school was about do-it-yourself filmmakers. It was about a filmmaker named Herschel Gordon Lewis. And I had asked, I was new to town. I asked Scott, where was a cool place to see movies in Los Angeles? What's a cool thing to do? And he told me about a revival theater. At the time, the New Art Theater was a revival theater. And he was like, "No, you got to go to New Art." In fact, this week they're showing these movies by, in case anyone doesn't know, the Herschel Gordon Lewis was sort of like two bloody gore movies.
Well, Larry, we're 1 minute in.
We're 1 minute to what Chris Meyer was to Naked Lady. So and I had seen Gordon Lewis's movies back in Indiana. So that's how we became friends. We bonded over low budget filmmaking.
But there's that moment where you're just like, are we going to actually work together on something? Because that's the test.
Oh, look at that. You guys have, that was footage from the New Art Theater. That was clever.
Oh, wow.
Now, look, we got a crack team here.
Nice job, team.
It's one guy, Brett.
Good job, Brett.
That's his worst nightmare, that you just said, good job, Brett.
When I was in high school, I was making Super 8 movies, and I made a Super 8 film. The New Art was showing student films, and my Super 8 movie got shown at the New Art. And 40 years later, I did a 4K restoration on my Super 8 movie because I'm crazy, and the New Art ran it. So that footage you just ran was from the show a couple years ago.
Oh, that's amazing. You're closing the circle on that.
Exactly. Now I can drop dead.
Please don't. So, Problem Child. Initially, was it because the problem for people who don't know? It's a John Ritter movie with a kid who's what is he trying to adopt a kid, and this kid's a lunatic.
Come on. Anybody watching us right now knows what Problem Child is. You don't have to over-explain Problem Child.
Look, you don't know my audience.
sort of were embarrassed by Problem Child for decades, and then everyone who was 10 years old when they saw the movie are now 40 years old or 30 years old, and so they have this great affection for it.
Yeah,
and sort of we've learned to love it.
Yeah, look, it got you in the door, I'm assuming, right? Like, yeah, you do Problem Child, yeah, any meeting you want is yours.
No,
that wasn't the case, actually. That's how Ed Wood got me.
No, because Problem Child was shitty.
Yeah.
we didn't set out to make a shitty movie, but it turned into a shitty movie. And only a couple years after Problem Child, we couldn't get a job.
Right.
Okay.
Because people didn't want to. I mean, come on, look at that movie. So people didn't want to hire the guys who wrote that.
Right.
So we were feeling very disillusioned, which is why we decided Ed Wood.
Right.
Yeah. And one of the things, and it's one of the most fascinating things that I've learned from the movies you make, is you've done these amazing stories where you tell the story of a real life person, is the way you narrow the window on the story you're telling for them to tell something that's you tell the entire story through a specific era or moment in the person's life.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like most movie biographies are boring, at least back in the day, because there would be 3-hour epics.
Yeah.
There'd be the story of great men, and when we came along, we sort of we were not thinking this is a template, but once we did Ed Wood, we sort of realized that the biographical genre had not had its ass kicked. Like, most genres, every 10 years, things change, whether it's, John Ford Westerns, and you have Sam Peckinpah Westerns, you have Sergio Leone Westerns, but movie biographies are always 3 hours long and cradle to grave.
Yeah, Robert Downey was great in Chaplin, but Chaplin was still one of the old school kind of biopics where it was, he's young, and then by the end of the movie, he's old, and now he's ready to die.
Yeah.
And we didn't really understand why you have to cover someone's entire existence.
Yeah, there's that moment when it's like this kind of like sepia tone thing, and it's a 5-year-old walking with a fishing pole down to the creek, and you're just like, what? It's like, can we get to the part I'm interested in, please?
Oh, yeah.
It's the old guy sitting on the porch. Yeah, I remember when it started.
Yeah.
It was World War I.
Yeah. I remember I was reading, I think it was a book about, I think it might have been about Alex Chilton, and it started in the 1800s. Like, it was just like, I don't care about 4 generations before he became, it was like one of the most egregious ones literally started 160 years earlier.
I mean, I'll admit that I cheat. I actually, when I pick up a biography, I usually start like on chapter 5. Because I know that I just don't want to hear about their grandparents, how they came to America.
Yeah.
I don't understand why that's the important part. Sometimes I will say that sometimes I will go back.
Okay.
I will pick up that chapter 5, read the book, and then go back. If I'm fascinated by this person still,
Sure.
I'll go back and read the chapters.
I believe we got sent a biography 2 weeks ago that backs up to the great grandparents.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's that moment when you're reading it and they're just like talking about the grandparents meeting, and you're just like, what? Was that a dance? I don't care if it was at a dance. Like, just, but the books always start with,
they're from that small village in Hungary.
I will bring up one of my all-time favorite movies, which uses this corny thing you're making fun of. Uses it for good. It's a Claude Lelouch movie called And Now My Love.
Okay.
And the premise of the movie is it's a love story where we see this man and this woman are destined, but they don't meet until the last shot of the movie.
Okay.
And so they're crisscrossing. But the first 10 minutes of the movie backs up to their grandparents. And you see their grandparents keep missing each other, and all their descendants keep almost interacting until finally, obviously, their parents meet because they were born. but it's sort of saying that destiny took many years for these two to come together. And
Sure.
it's very.
Well, that's a beautiful structure for something to make a larger point. It's not just somebody who's so weirdly fascinated by every part of somebody's life that it's like they need to see everything. And it's like, no, you don't need, you just need, like with Ed Wood, it's like, what is that? Like a 6-month window there in his life, right?
A couple years. I mean,
maybe 4 or 5 years.
I guess you're right. Yeah, you're right. Because it goes with Glenda all the way through. Yeah. But it's still.
I mean, what we tend to do, I mean, we have this philosophy that we ask the question, when this person dies or 100 years from now, what will this person be remembered for?
Mm-hmm.
And if you can answer that question, that tends to be the close to the end of our film. And so we back up, so yes, indeed, Ed Wood, you could do a fascinating movie about Ed Wood in his like 70s porn era, and it would be really depressing and terrible, but that wasn't the movie we wanted to make. We were like, he will be remembered for his relationship with Bela Lugosi, and he'll be remembered for quote unquote directing the worst movie of all time. And so that instantly was, let's just make the movie about that. Those two things. Once we said that, the structure of the film like fell into place.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing that there was that whole era where just people were just like the idea of bad cinema was this thing that was so mind-blowing, and you had to like work to find these things. You had to know the guy at the video store who actually would show you the other stuff he's got at the video store. Like you need, like there were video stores, and then there were guys who had stores that sold anything, and they always had videotapes, and it's just like you're just like, none of this is legal, and all of these things are some version of a bootleg or pirate, but you had to like log the miles to get your hands on the stuff.
They were like a weed dealer, that you had to go deal with these people.
Yeah, I mean, there was a store out, I actually think by out by Universal, Eddie Brandt's Saturday Matinee.
Yes.
I mean, I grew up out here, and I used to drive out there, and this whole store kind of felt like, what is this video? The store felt like stuff that had been taped off cable at 3 a.m. And they had one VHS copy of this Bowery Boys movie from 1943, and they had the only copy.
Right. I mean, YouTube sort of is that today. I mean, I remember in the 90s and 80s, there was a place you could get little pamphlets called Video Search of Miami, and it was in Miami, and it was literally, each page was just a list of like 100 movies they were offering, and they were always like Italian softcore porn films, like German horror movies, and it's like for I think each tape was like $20, but you would read these little descriptions, and you didn't have Letterbox back then. You didn't know whether any of these things were good. You just had to say, I think I'm going to take a chance with that one.
Yeah, it was all you're just taking stabs in the dark all the time. And it was that way for albums, for movies. You're just like, I don't know what this is going to be, but I have to buy it before I find out what it is.
Which is why cult movies are so important, because all of a sudden you would find one that was cool, and you'd grab your friend and you'd show them that, or the next time it came to town or showed up on TV, you would make them watch it because it was so rare.
Yeah.
That you'd have to watch it together. And nowadays, since everything is available, it's just more, you write your Letterbox review or whatever, and anyone can look at it. But back then, you had to really be on the watch to find something good. You're sifting for gold.
Yeah, I mean, also back in that early VHS era, it was so much fun because you just had the box to go off of.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you and your friend at 10 p.m. on a Friday night, just looking at this fuzzy little color Xerox back cover, like, okay, is this worth $3?
Yeah.
Is this worth a rental?
Yeah. Now, I remember when I was trying to crack the code on a lot of the Hong Kong movies, like the John Woo stuff and all, like, I would go to these like Asian grocery stores that would rent movies, and they would just rent them, and they honestly had no idea. They thought I was like up to something, because it's just like, I'm like, hey, you got you got hard boiled back there, or Drunken Master 2, and they're just like, why is this like white kid in here poking around for our movies? Like, go to just Blockbuster, kid. Go like, and I just had to like always convince them. It's like, no, I just want to watch these movies. They don't rent them at the places, the other stores. I really want to see. Like, there was just like, but that's what you had to do. You had to grind it out to get that stuff.
Yeah. Were you playing with fire? I mean, did you know when you got home that you'd have English subtitles?
Oh no, there were plenty of times where you get home and it's just like, wah, wah. I guess this is what this is. You're just like, that's just how it went. You're like, well, I guess I'm going to watch this and just kind of try to intuit what's happening here. It's also not.
And you could. It's not too hard.
No, that's exactly it.
Jackie Chan's a cop, and he met these guys.
This is. It's not a Merchant Ivory move. It's not like you're sitting watching a drawing room piece.
No, we used to drive out to Alhambra and San Gabriel and find Chinese laserdisc stores.
Oh yeah,
sure.
And just all it's like those old days of Rack Job. We just like going through the racks of these things. Like, oh, this one looks crazy. Oh my God, look at City on Fire 3.
Absolutely. No, that's my neck of the woods. Is that whole SGV area, and
delicious.
Yes.
Yeah. Noodle World. I go to a place called Noodle World in Alhambra, and it used to be a Bob's Big Boy. It's like, how do I know it used to be a Bob's Big Boy? It still has 2 statues in it, like 2 Bob's statues, and it has a little plaque on the bottom of both of them saying like, this is not associated with Noodle World. This is Bob's Big Boy. It's here. Just like, and it's like, he's holding the one thing that they don't serve there, hamburgers. Like, so, but Noodle World, love it.
I was there a couple of weeks ago. I went to Auntie Kitchen, which is very good.
Yeah.
We put a script once where it never got made, but a character in the script was a Korean restaurateur, and he had bought a former Arby's.
Joe
Chen, and they still had the Arby's hat. And he had Joe Chin's Korean food up on the hat, and so that we actually had this in
the Arby's on Sunset.
Yes.
For 6 months it was a pizzeria before they finally took the sign down. It was like, it's this giant cowboy, which still also has the all-time greatest sign. I took a picture of it. Has the all-time greatest sign on it, like the lettering. It was after Kobe Bryant died, and it said, "Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant," and then his daughter's name, and then it just said like 2 for $7 roast beef sandwiches underneath it. And it was like, I was like, that, I'll find the picture. It was one of the, it was just like,
terrible.
It summed everything up. Like, that was life right there. Was just
Arby's
like,
roast beef is delicious.
It is delicious.
Yeah. We're so sad about Kobe Bryant, but you do have to eat at some point. So come on.
Strangely, we mentioned the 2 restaurants my mother worked at. I grew up, my mother was a waitress, and she started at Arby's.
Okay.
And she moved over to Big Boy. It wasn't called Big Boy in Indiana. I mean, it wasn't called Bob's Big Boy in Indiana. It was called Azar's Big Boy. But
okay.
Those are, grew up like I could eat all the Arby's I wanted at a certain point. Then I could eat all the Big Boy that I wanted.
And now you're afflicted with health problems. No, I'm just
But he can still eat all the Arby's he wants. He still can.
Yeah.
Nobody can stop him.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You're an adult now.
Fuck it.
So when you take,
especially with that great deal they're having when Kobe died.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's. Yeah, I'm gonna
still have that special.
yeah, the 2 for $7.
Does it work for Valerie Bryan?
Sure. Yeah. It's just, well, it's theoretical now. There's no more Arby's there. They have there been subjects you thought could be a script biopic and you just couldn't crack the code on them? Like, was, where it's just like, because, for example, like Ed Wood is not just about a guy who's trying to make these movies. It's about the horror of being in this. It's like everyone's a monster in this industry. It's like it's just like that's like there's a real horror and it's trying to make things and but like has there ever been one where you're just like this is going to work and then you just can't get there with it?
I think we're pretty happy with a lot of things. We've written a lot of movies that haven't gotten made.
We've had movies fall apart
and things like that. But
well, here's a funny one. Years ago, we tried doing a movie about the Village People, about the two crazy Algerians from France who came over here with dreams of breaking into American music.
Right.
But we ended up with a rights problem because one of the members of the band didn't want us to say they were gay.
Yep. True story.
True story.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I guess the Village People story is just going to have to be told at campfires and not.
Yeah.
It is now just a part of. It needs to be. It's the old-fashioned way for that story to get around. Did you work on Mars Attacks?
Two managers came over to America and they walked into a gay nightclub and he saw an Indian making out with a cowboy and he was like, "This is America. This is America."
Yeah, well, he was not wrong. Did you work on Mars Attacks? Am I right about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
this guy came up with ack.
Okay. That was me.
This is the greatest moment of my life. Ack. Look, that movie for some weird reason resonated with me way more. It was not healthy how the level that I was into that movie. And
how old were you in 1996?
Oh,
I was way too. I was not a child at that point.
It was already right to us.
I was 37.
Yeah. No, I had a 2 hanging on my age. But because it was just that, like, because you're taking these trading cards, like there's no story there with those cards, really. I mean, I know that you read the back, there's a loose story, but for it to actually string together for a movie, it's like you filled in all the blanks. You did this old-fashioned kind of disaster movie, basically.
Right. I mean, we did not. I mean, in all fairness, we rewrote the film. We don't have credit on the film. Jonathan Gems and Tim Burton actually worked that all out. I mean, Tim would just stare at those cards. He'd stare at, like, the Martians burning a cow, and he was so fascinated by it. So a lot of it came from Tim, and then we were brought in to sort of make sense of it all.
And we made it a lot sillier.
Yeah.
No, look, I remember going to see it's like, hey, Mars Attacks is going to have on a Saturday night, like a advanced screening. And I was just like, oh my God, this is happening. So I go to the theater, buy the tickets early, then go back to the theater for the 7:00 show. And then the guy, he was like, yeah, it's sold out. I'm like, well, okay, that's okay, but I have 2 tickets for it. He's like, nope, no more seats. And I'm a calm person in the scheme of, like, I never lose it, but I lost it lost it in the theater, telling the guy, you can't manage your theater, I got the tickets, you can't hold the seats. The guy's like, fine, okay. He clearly threw his friends out who were just tying up seats. He's like, okay, go on, look, this guy has tickets, you got to let him sit down. And he's just like, no, so I was running a little hot back then. Gilbert Gottfried is somebody who casts a shadow over your world.
Yes.
And he was the adoption agent in. Is that where you met him on Problem Child?
Yes.
See, all roads lead back to Problem Child.
There's something when you shoot a movie. There's a lot of times there's one actor or 2 actors that are sort of, even though they have small parts, they're sort of almost like run of show because they kind of they're usually working off of one location or it's basically in case it rains. In case it rains, you could always go film a Gilbert Gottfried scene.
In case it rained, because all the scenes were indoors in a little room.
Yeah. So Gilbert was just basically hanging out in Texas. and the only people who had less to do than Gilbert was us because we were the screenwriters.
Yeah.
And so we would go hanging out every night.
And Gilbert was, was an oddball.
Yeah.
And so Gilbert was, in Las Colinas, Texas for 8 weeks. And we were situated in this little city that had been built during the Texas oil boom. And then there had been a Texas oil bust. And so there was this city of the future in the middle of the desert, and there was nothing there except a monorail that would go around between these metallic futuristic buildings. And so Gilbert would just buy a ticket each morning. No one, and it's all automated. The doors open by themselves, and there's no driver. And Gilbert would just sit alone in these trains, driving in a circle through the city of the future for 10 hours every day, just waiting for someone to call him up, say, "Oh, it's going to rain. Now we need you."
Yeah. Well, I was a guest on his podcast, and it was still one of the strangest. I literally had quit a job that day on a TV show, like 3 hours before I went in for the taping, and it was not good. I lost a year's worth of pay and all the stupidity that goes along with that stuff. But it was like, well, I booked this thing. I'm going to go there and do it, and get there, and I'm talking to Frank, his partner on it, and Gilbert was sitting in the corner, and I was like, geez, he looks like he's 100. He's not even moving. He's not listening. He's not moving. It was just almost like you when you see Groucho Marx at the end, and he's just sitting there. So then and Frank was like, hey, what credits do you want us to list? And I was like, it was the show, people are saying it in the chat, so it was the show Divorce. It was an HBO thing I was working on. And I was not going to be a part of I left before season 2 got underway on my own accord. And I said to Frank, hey, just don't list Divorce in the thing. I actually just left today, and it was kind of messy and stuff. And then, so then we start the show. We start the show, and Gilbert is doing my credits, and then he's like, he worked on Monk, and he did Best Show, and all of that. And then he just goes, but whatever you do, do not invite him to a party that Thomas Hayden Church is at, because he does. And if Sarah Jessica Parker is having a cookout, he will not be and I was just like, oh my God. It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever witnessed. Was he was just laying in wait. It was like a lion just taking it all in, and he was just waiting for the moment to use it on me. And yeah, that was a great. You told a story on there about Problem Child 2. They wanted to shoot in 16 millimeter.
Yep. Yes. The head of physical production at Universal, she said, the people who like these movies, they're not going to notice.
Probably not wrong.
Look, please, there is a line where maybe people can't identify what is wrong with what they're looking at.
Tommy, my eyes hurt.
Yeah, they're just going to be
blurry.
This looks off. People just say something's wrong here. Yeah, it's because they shot it on 16 millimeter. It's that's basically you're watching a home movie.
I mean that hurt my feelings, because I knew, just as movie trivia, that Roger Corman would not release 16 millimeter movies.
Yeah, you know when you're going where he would just exactly. The exploitation guy is just saying well, that's too far. The audience deserves more.
Yep.
Who have you?
That Problem Child 2 actually got rated R when the first time we submitted to the ratings board. It was a bit of a catastrophe. I mean, and so we had to cut out Junior saying some bad words.
Yeah, Junior. What's Junior doing these days? Is he?
He's a pretty good kid. He's a pretty good guy.
All right.
Michael Oliver.
Does he still have a shock of red hair? Is he still?
Yeah, he's gorgeous. He's gorgeous.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
He's a very good looking boy.
I mean, he's got a little orange goatee.
Yeah. Okay.
he sort of, I mean, after that childhood, he sort of walked away from it all for many years, and then what was it like? Oh my God, was it 10 years ago? There was a guy put together Whatever Happened to the Cast of Problem Child 2 photo session, and then Michael kind of had a good time, and then he started kind of reluctantly showing up at a few like autograph shows, and kind of finally embracing that this was who he was.
Yeah, it's Junior. Look, I think there's a reboot staring you right in the face. Junior wants a kid, and you get
it's all yours. Tom. It's all
Jason
yours.
Ritter. You get
Don't do it,
Jason
pal.
Ritter to Irish. You Irishman him. You just Irishman him into make him an 8-year-old. Might be a little pricey, but it's going to be worth it.
That is one terrible idea.
Thank you. Who have you come across in your?
Who just passed away last week.
Who's that?
A moment of respect for James Tolkien, who played the teacher in Problem Child 2, whose ass gets blown off.
Yes.
Yeah, he was one of those. He was one of those guys where you're just like, those are the best.
Yeah, I actually have a photograph of him I took on this set with him in a diaper.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really funny, inappropriate picture. And I always thought, like, oh, I could post that somewhere, but I don't know. Maybe rest in peace.
Well, it's funny that the big gag, which is where they put an M80 in a toilet and he's got to go to the bathroom. He goes to the bathroom, and they blow it up. That's supposed to be a big laugh. But forget about that big laugh. That's just a piece of junk. The big laugh is about a half hour later when there's a parent-teachers conference and he's still walking around wearing an adult diaper. Like, that's a beautiful joke.
Yeah, no, that's what you call the real payoff on a joke.
That's where we said, what would Lubitsch do?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. The masters. What would Monsieur Hoopla? Who have you met who you've written, who you've worked into movies, like in the course of you doing things like you did the O.J. Simpson series? Well, not a series. It makes it sound like it was like it was actually on the air as like, hey, what's season 4 of the O.J. Simpson show?
This season was pretty. He was golfing, I think, in season 5.
Yeah.
What is your?
What real people have we hung out with?
Yeah, and like, what did they think of their depiction?
We were pretty lucky that I think most people we've made movies about tend to be really happy with the film.
I mean, the OJ group we did not hang out with.
No, we didn't. Marsha Clark came along towards the end because Sarah Paulson wanted to meet her. So we tend to not really want to meet that many of the real people.
I mean, we spent a lot of time with Margaret Keane.
Yes.
When we were doing Big Eyes.
Sure.
And Margaret was an old lady when we met with her, and she was very skittish about evil Hollywood and what Hollywood is going to do to her, and we had to like win her trust and get her rights.
Mm-hmm.
And we did all ourselves, and it took us 11 or 12 years to get the movie made, and it was just terrible because Margaret just kept getting older and older.
Yeah.
She was old when we started it, and then a decade went by. So I just really wanted her to get to see the movie, and which was nice. She did.
I mean, there was all of Andy Kaufman's people. I mean, Bob Zamuda and then Margulies are producers on Man in the Moon.
Fun with Andy.
Yeah, exactly.
Andy was awesome.
That's funny. George Shapiro. So I mean, there's always usually somebody around. Obviously, we didn't meet Bob Crane when we produced Autofocus.
Yeah,
that would have been.
Larry Flint.
Well, Bob Crane could have shot Problem Child 3 with his with his
harpy on his camcorder.
Exactly. Yeah.
A 60 millimeter Problem Child 3 we're doing on a camcorder.
Yeah. Great news.
One of those big thick ones. Yeah.
Yes, and Bob Crane's going to replace Jack Warden.
We got a great DP for Problem Child 3. You ever watch Hogan's Heroes?
I mean, Jack Warden. I mean, Larry and I. Obviously, we love old timers, and to get hanging out with Jack Warden and hearing stories, about working on 12 Angry Men or hanging out with Marty Landau and hearing stories about, James Dean at the Actors Studio in the 50s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the amazing stuff when you get these old timers with just because these stories leave with them when they go, the stories go. So some of the stuff is pretty amazing, and that's why. Well, that's one of the great things Gilbert did was he was talking
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Frank Sandra probably did an amazing job keeping.
I mean, Frank did all the work.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Gilbert laughed and had good.
Yeah, I know. That's the greatest. I'm doing what I know is wrong by just going like, yeah, Gilbert did this stuff. I know it takes. Look, Brett. I mentioned Brett earlier. I'm not taking credit for doing the video on the show. So, 2026. What's in the cards for the two of you? You both do a lot of things in terms of cinema in Los Angeles, which I think is amazing. You host screenings and stuff. Scott, I met you at a it's a Mad World screening at the Egyptian Theater.
Okay.
And the film broke. That was maybe a little. The sound stopped. I don't know if you remember that. Suddenly it was like, oh no.
Oh,
yeah, the sound stopped. So they were just like, we're gonna do an intermission, and then I was like, I've seen this 60 times. I think I can't be here all night. It's already 3 hours long.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know it's under the big W. I got it.
Yes,
I got it.
I know. Yeah. So what are you?
Actually, I'll plug us an upcoming screening. I just really helped restore a movie from 1969 called Last Summer, and I just had a screening this weekend with two of the stars, Barbara Hershey and Bruce Davison, in Los Angeles. But we're going to do it again in New York, beginning of May, probably like May 3rd at the Paris Theater. So if you're in New York, expect to come on out and watch this movie. It's an incredible film, really just insane.
Last Summer.
Yes.
Okay. And anything any of your writing down the pike? What are we looking at with that?
I mean, we have we basically have two really long-term projects that have been announced. We have a bunch of things that haven't been announced, so it's kind of we don't want to talk about those things.
Sure, yeah.
We wrote a Grateful Dead movie that Martin Scorsese is producing.
Amazing.
That is plugging along, and we wrote a movie about the early days of Bela Lugosi. Not so much the early days, but Bela Lugosi's arrival into America and Dracula. And Leonardo DiCaprio's company is producing that. So
that's amazing.
Those two are the big film projects that are sort of the Scott and Larry kind of movies that we're trying to get going.
What era does the Dead thing cover?
Covers the first 10 years of the band.
Okay.
64 to 74.
Yeah.
So look, whoever you cast as Pigpen, you gotta listen to those 20-minute raps of him talking about chicks and all the stuff when he's doing Good Lovin', and he's talking all about his loins or whatever he would always talk about on those things. When the other guys in the Grateful Dead must have at a point just been like, no, I think Pigpen might be not coming forward into the 70s with us in terms of what we're trying to do here now.
Well, it was interesting. Pigpen was he was definitely he was a blues guy.
Yeah.
And all the guys in the Grateful Dead came from different musical styles for the most part, but he was a blues guy. He was an old blues guy in a very young body, and definitely when the Grateful Dead started just doing their sort of acid long instrumentals and things like this, he no longer quite fit in, but he was still kind of the heart.
Yeah.
Of the band.
He was not taking hallucinogenics like the other guys.
Yeah, he was a hard drinker.
No, he would just be pounding. What I'm trying to picture, I picture a lot of brown liquor going down.
Yeah, 40 ounce brown liquor.
Yes. Sounds good.
Well, this is fantastic. I really appreciate the both of you coming on and talking, and you're both the best. And I'm always, on a personal level, I'm appreciative of what you did when you didn't have to. So I will forever be in your debt. And I will
You were
fulfill
so
my
nice
obligation to
when
you.
Matt Johnson was on your show, and you randomly brought us up in comparison to BlackBerry. That was so nice for you to just kind of bring us up and talk about it. So that was so cool. We appreciated that.
And he loved it too. Matt's amazing, and he's got a couple things coming that are going to be so cool. I think the Anthony Bourdain movie is going to be pretty amazing because it's like Anthony Bourdain the early years. So that's going to be amazing. But what's amazing that we had Scott Alexander and Larry Karaszewski on the show, and anytime you want to plug anything, you come back and we're here for you.
Sounds great.
All right, cool.
Thanks so much.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. See, we did it. I told you I can do a quality interview at a point. People don't think I can. They think I'm dumb. I'm not dumb, guys. I'm not dumb. I don't know why everybody thinks I'm dumb. Not dumb. Let's take some calls. And let me just do that. Dink, donk, bink, bong. Let's go back to the phones. 201-989-0012. Hello, Best Show.
Can you hear me now?
I can. Yes, I can hear you. Who's this?
Oh, this is Oscar from Oak Park, Illinois.
Oscar, how you doing tonight?
Good, good. This is a great show so far. Arguably, maybe the best episode of the year.
Wow.
And I'm happy that I'm a part of it. I'm really, really digging it a lot.
Well, Oscar, I got to say, the pressure is on for you to deliver now. Then, because you don't want to be the one who took what could have been the episode of the year and sent it right down the toilet.
Ooh, and I have. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I got to step my game up. Could I start by saying to the people who are listening to support the Best Show Patreon, because
thank you.
The episodes and the shows that you make outside of this is the best. I want to give you so much credit for doing the top 20 lists of each decade.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I appreciate it. We do.
Want to say that
it's the Rest Show. Let me just say, Oscar's right. The Rest Show is the Best Show post show, and it's only for people who support the Best Show Patreon, which is patreon.com/thebestshow. And that's how you can help keep the show going. Keep it, but we do bonus content. We do this Rest Show we've been doing. That's only up on the Patreon. It's live after the show, and then it goes up only as for patrons to hear. We've been doing the top 20 albums of each decade, and we're into the 80s now. And I'm hoping to close out the 80s tonight on the Rest Show. There's an episode of the new show Beer Buddies, which is me and AP Mike up there. That's fun. And we got something else coming up we're going to record on Friday, so more bonus stuff going up. The Best Show, we deliver on the stuff. So don't think we don't deliver. We deliver. I'm going to make sure you're all happy. Thank you for mentioning that, Oscar.
That is true. You do deliver. And I want to say that I love the mentality that you, Andrew, and Mike put into this list. You guys are very serious about it. The last time I hear you guys being this serious was when you were talking about the top 50 snacks, which is a controversial show, but I love it. It was really, really good.
That one, there's a lot of bad blood swirling around the top 50 snacks because of my top ruling, of course, was a buttered roll.
Butter rolls. Butter rolls from Wawa.
It's an East Coast thing. It's not doesn't fly out here. Buttered roll, they don't know what that is.
They don't, and whenever I go to the East Coast, I got to try it because I can't be one of those people who complain about it not until I try it.
You got to try it. It's really, I'm just going to say a buttered roll is one of life's simple pleasures.
Yeah, and the reason I bring that up is because I have a bit of a grievance on the list of
okay.
again, I understand why you have to do what you got to do. It makes a lot of sense. There is a lot of logic to your madness.
Okay, what's the
But my heart is breaking that you didn't. My heart breaks that you didn't put Black Sabbath in the 70s, man.
You're right. It was very tricky. Who should have not been on it?
If I had to take one, this is what I'm talking about. It's hard to take one out because every selection you have is great. But if I had to choose, I will say Big Star.
I understand that. And it's hard to argue with your point, except it's Big Star.
I know, but you're also talking about Black Sabbath here.
I understand that. I know. It's the tricky part. If Big Star doesn't come off, who comes off that list then? The Cars? You would take the Cars off of that list?
Yeah, I would.
I had a feeling you were going to focus on the Cars because look, here we go. You're not going to take Physical Graffiti off the list. You can't take Led Zeppelin off. You can't take Neil Young off. Stooges, you can't take off. Sly and the Family Stone, no. Joni Mitchell's not.
I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
There's some great albums from Neil Young from the 80s and the 90s. Because I was thinking Harvest Moon is great. So, like, if you would take Rust Never Sleeps Away, I understand. But, Neil Young is still, alive and kicking.
Yeah, but it's Rust Never Sleeps, bro.
Yeah, I know. This is why, I think out of all the decades, 70s is the hardest one.
Who are you supposed to take off the list? Creedence? Am I supposed to take Creedence off the list?
No.
Am I supposed to take Can off the list? No.
No.
David Bowie, should he be gone? Television?
No, not Television.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
If you could make if somebody wants to make a full-on case for why something should come off the list, look, AP Mike is saying, if we took Miles Davis off the list, then we're going to do a much more of a rock list. Then we're conceding that this is a rock list. And we're narrowing the focus a little bit, which I understand. It's still a rock version of jazz.
Yeah.
The Jack Johnson.
John McLaughlin is in it. He's great.
Yeah. You're not going to get much rockier in the Miles Davis catalog than you are with that album.
True.
Let's take a close look here. I see. The thing is, Donna Summer, no, that's got to stay. It's got to foundational. David Bowie.
Oh, this is another thing. And I hate saying this to you because there's a lot of weight into this, okay? A lot of ripple effects from adding this. I know that you're thinking about putting ABBA in the 90s because of the greatest hits. I'm worried that you're going to put the 90s as a greatest hits decade because you also said the same thing about Madonna. So I also want to make the debate that maybe you should put ABBA in the 70s.
Well, then we're really in trouble because now I've got to pull two people off this list.
Yeah, I know.
But when you understand the power of ABBA also,
yes, 100%.
It's the singles are more powerful than any individual album. Just
I just don't want the 90s to be a greatest hits.
It's not going to be. Those are two. We're talking about two. We're talking about two greatest hits for there. We have one here. We have Donna Summer.
Yeah.
And that's it for the 70s.
You have the Shangri-Las in the 60s, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's just like you have to cover the whole girl group thing was a enormous part of everything. True. The Supremes and the Shangri-Las, those are foundational. Yeah, look, this is why you gotta be a part of the Best Show post show, folks. This is what we're gonna be talking about. The answers will be determined tonight. Best Show post show. Go to patreon.com/Best Show and sign up, and then you can listen to the rest show. See, for example, look, Ron in the chat saying, if you have the Ramones and Clash in the 70s, you can lose the Modern Lovers. I don't know about that.
Ooh, that's a good take, man. That's a good take.
Yeah. How do you do a list in the 60s that doesn't have Nina Simone on it? How?
Yeah.
How do you do that? I mean, you have the 60s, you have Mingus and Coltrane. It's hard, and it's just like, and then you had Nina Simone, so that's on the jazz side of things more than the rock side of things, obviously. This is the thing. We need to figure it out, and we're gonna figure it out on the rest show. All right, Oscar.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye. Good guy. Good guy. Good guy. Good guy. Let's take another call. 201-989-0012. Hello, Best Show.
Hey, this is Cade in D.C.
Cade in D.C. Now, this is what we call a quality caller. How are you, Cade?
I'm great. Show is amazing.
Thank you.
Can't believe you had Alexander and Karaszewski on the show. My heroes.
Yeah, look. I am indebted. They were seriously, they were very, they might not know it, but it's one of those things. I wrote them a couple fan letters. They were so encouraging and kind, and it mattered. And now I am in this line of work, partly because they were nice to me when I needed somebody to be nice to me.
That's what I wanted to say. I wrote letters to Hollywood. I never got one iota back.
Write me a letter. You write me a letter, Cade. You write me a letter.
Okay. I'll write you a letter, Tom.
Yeah. Sean is making a good point. The Modern Lovers being on the list of the 70s makes the Cars expendable. That's interesting. Interesting point. We're going to think about that. Same drummer. Same drummer.
Good point.
Now, Cade, what's going on?
Oh, I was just calling for the topic.
Okay. Bad habits. Let's hear some bad habits of yours. What are you up against? What drives you nuts in your own life here?
I have to please ask you to please not try and therapize it.
Okay, I won't. I'll do whatever people want or don't want.
You can make fun of me. You're welcome to do that.
Okay.
I like tough love works.
Sure.
Tough love works for me. Please do not therapize.
Okay. All right.
It's
interesting.
Recently,
it's interesting that you don't want me to therapize this. Now, where's this coming from? Is this coming from? I feel like, as a child. No, I'm joking. That was a joke, Cade. That was just me joking.
Well, I'll tell you
I was therapizing. You get what I was doing there. I was therapizing you, telling me not to therapize it. That was a joke.
Yes.
The floor is yours.
It was funny.
Cade. I can tell. That was because you went. You know, I know it was funny because you went. That was funny.
Yeah. I just told you. So when I go to work every day, I bike to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the bad habit is I usually go for the e-bike and not the regular pedal bike.
Okay.
Because that's a bad habit. I should be exercising on my way to work.
Okay. What do you think
it became
Is it do you not want to be all sweaty when you get to work?
I think it's just like, it's so easy. It's like you're just like sitting there and you're basically exerting no effort.
Sure. So do you feel like you're being a little lazy on the bike?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. Well, what if you mix it up? What if you mix it up? What if you alternate?
What if I alternate?
Today you do an e-bike. Tomorrow you get a standard bike. The day after that you get an e-bike.
This is getting into the therapy.
It's not. No, this is just a strategy. I'm not trying to figure out why you're doing it. I'm just trying to come up with a solution.
This is me. That's the problem. Then I go the other way. I go
see?
no.
Yeah, you know why? Because you don't want a solution. You don't want a solution. That's why.
Maybe that's true. But I'll tell you the double whammy of it.
What's that?
Is that I'm usually smoking a cigarette while I ride the e-bike.
Yeah, what are you, John Mellencamp?
It must look so trashy.
Yeah. So you're rolling through DC. I'm just trying to get the image here. It's you going through our nation's capital, home of the great leader, 47, our guy.
Mm-hmm.
I voted for him. You voted for him. We love him. We honor him.
Yeah. When he can.
You're riding through the city on an e-bike with a cigarette hanging out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of times there's people on bikes and they're taking their kids to like daycare.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like parked next to them. I'll just have a cigarette and I'll just like look at them. Or I actually like try to avoid eye contact.
Okay,
it's like I feel embarrassed.
Well, look, I know you don't want me to therapize this. I'm just going to ask you a question, though. How do you think? What do you think people see when they see you doing that, and what does that mean to you? Do you get a thrill out of it? Out of being like the maniac, the kook with the cigarette hanging out of his mouth, like being outrageous? Is that do you get a little charge out of that? And I'm not judging it if you do.
No, it's like I'm embarrassed.
Okay.
Like I think it's goofy.
So it's a matter of necessity for you. You actually are like, hey, I need to smoke right now.
I just like it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, why don't we?
I like to be cruising super fast on the e-bike. Like I'm passing all these cars and I just got a cig.
Well, then that's fun. It sounds like you're having fun.
I mean, I look like a ultimate dirtbag, but
there there's something fun about playing that part, huh? Right?
Sure. Yeah.
You get to be like, look, you're going around, you got a cigarette hanging out of your mouth. You're telling people, I'm here.
Back off.
You're saying I'm here.
Watch out.
Know it. Cade's here. Know it.
I've never seen anybody else do that either, which is insane to me.
Well, that's
there's so many people on e-bikes riding around.
So is that a thrill for you that you're the only one doing it? Like, oh my God, I saw a guy on an e-bike with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth today.
Yeah, you know what they probably say? They probably said that guy F's is what they probably say.
See, this is what you want. You want people to be like, this is a city, and we're going to talk the way you talk. I'm going to enter your world for a minute, AKA the manosphere. This is how you see things in a city full of cucks. There's a Chad on an e-bike with a cigarette who is sending a whole other message.
What's the opposite of a Chad? Like a Gary?
I don't know. Look, I don't live in this world. This is not my world. I was in that documentary that got shot. They didn't use any of the footage of me. We did a whole segment on Best Show. I had in the studio, I had 19-year-old women who I asked history questions to, and I screamed at them when they didn't get them 100% right.
Whoa.
No, I'm kidding, of course. Can you believe, did you watch that Manosphere documentary?
No, I just watched the interview with Clavicular, though.
Now, that guy is cool.
Keith.
I think it's so cool that he's, 20, and he's already falling apart physically and mentally. He is on the ropes. He is going to come. This will not last. He is coming undone in front of us. In real time, we're watching this nitwit fall apart. And the other thing is, he is the most average, like, quote unquote, handsome guy. There's nothing special about this guy. And he's all caught up in symmetry. His face ain't symmetrical. He thinks he's James Marsden or something. Yeah, no, James Marsden. Clavicular.
He man spreads like crazy. Like, gotta tamp that down a little bit.
This is what I'm hoping, because I guess he shot an alligator or something. Is that what happened? This is all I can hope for. And it's going to tie back into the best show. I hope. My favorite is Lana Del Rey, of course. Lana Del Rey married who? An alligator wrangler, Jeremy. Jeremy, Lana, I think it's time for Jeremy to bring an alligator by Clavicular's place, and we get a little chompathon going there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, take him out.
I feel like with your e-bike thing, if you're cool with it, Cade, if you like just, hey man, I like riding my e-bike and smoking a cigarette and being kind of like being like a little bit of a dirtbag for a little bit, that's fine. Just own it. If you don't like it, then change something. It's very simple.
Okay.
If you're into it,
very simple. Thank you.
If you're into it, the one thing I would say is you shouldn't be smoking, Cade. That's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing smoking? What are you doing smoking, Cade? What are you doing?
I know it. I've gone through this over and over, and just like I just like it. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say.
Well,
yeah.
You know there are health.
I like it.
You know there are health ramifications with smoking.
What?
See, that I did not need. That I did not need. Thank you. They found the Arby's sign. That was. I posted that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I posted. Classic roast beef, 3 for $8.99. R.I.P. Kobe, 824 is uniform numbers, and Gigi 2, like her uniform number when she was playing basketball. They couldn't not slip in that some roast beef sandwiches were for sale. Now, Cade.
Yes.
Keep riding your bike. Keep smoking your smokes. You keep doing your thing.
I need to get off the e-bike. That's my point.
Okay. Well, then get off it.
Not quit smoking. I need to get off the e-bike. Go on the regular manual bike.
Mm-hmm. Then do that.
You can just be slow.
Yeah. Then do that.
Yeah.
Challenge yourself. Say, hey, for the next 5 days, no e-bikes.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
And I got
Easy.
news, Cade, I got news for you also. I just therapized you up, down, each and every way. You didn't even notice. That'll be $170, please. Bye-bye. 201-989-0012. Folks, as you know, we are doing something called the Vanderpump Challenge. The Vanderpump Rules Challenge. As I've stated, the studio is in North Hollywood, Studio City type area. All of the cast of Vanderpump Rules, the original cast, not the new cast, live around here. All I want is you to come by the studio. If you're in the cast, come by the studio and sit down and talk to me for a little bit. Then you're going to get the jackpot. We've been building every week a jackpot. Panda Express. Jersey Mike's $50 on there. Applebee's. Amazon. Olive Garden. Five Guys. These are all yours. If you come by the studio, sit down and talk, then you leave with gift cards, and it doesn't stop there. Barnes & Nobles. Barnes & Nobles into the pile. This is in the mid to high 200s now for the cast member to come by. Sheena, I've heard rumblings. This is what I've heard. I've heard rumblings from 2 different cast members know about this challenge and have said they're into it. 2. Who's going to do it, though? It can't be Peter. It can't be James Kennedy. Anybody else, come on by. You'll get the gift card. You'll talk to me for a little bit. You'll get the gift cards. Then you'll be on your merry way. Vanderpump Challenge. I need one of the people to who's... If you have told me that you've talked to a cast member, now's the time to lean into it a little bit. I need to get results now on this. I need to get results. I can't keep buying these gift cards. I'm going to go broke. I'm going to go broke buying these gift cards. So now's the time to send those DMs and say, all right, when are you coming by? Here's Tom's info. Schedule it. Now's the time. Let's make it happen. Folks, we're going to play some music. I'll be right back with more Best Show. 201-989-0012. Let's listen to some indie rock.
Go to sleep when I got you next to me. To me.
Silence, mortals. You dare to enter this sanctuary of the Prince of Darkness, King of the vampires, Lord of all undead, Count Dracula. He will not be pleased to find you here, for this is his home, and home to all those who like him.
It's a dog-eat-dog world. Someone's always trying to cut you down. I've crushed everyone that's ever come for me.
Gee, but it's great to be back home. Home is where I want to be. I've been on the road so long, my friend. And if you came along, I know you couldn't disagree. It's the same old story. Yeah. Everywhere I go, I get slandered. Like I hear words I never heard in the Bible. And I once ran my head on a shoe shine. Two steps away from the county line. Just trying to keep my customers satisfied. Satisfied. You should have said to Ain't nobody else gonna know the way she feels. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Helen Wheels. I'm so tired.
I don't wanna be here no more. I don't wanna be here no more. I don't wanna be
Yeah, best show. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. How we doing? We having a fun night? Only 15 minutes left in tonight's best show. Look at that. Look at how the time does fly when you are having fun. It's something else, huh? Something else. How time flies when you're having fun. Well, well, well. As I live and breathe. 201-989-0012 is the number if you want to call and get in on the action. Let me talk about a couple things. First of all, we at the Best Show stand with our people in comedy need to be united no matter what, is the way I see it. You can say or do whatever you want if you are in comedy, and we will support you on the Best Show. If you're not in comedy, throw the book at you. If you are in comedy, you get a free pass. I call it the Jon Stewart amendment, where he will defend literally anyone if they talk into a microphone in front of a brick wall. If Tony Hinchcliffe was a mailman, mail carrier, Jon Stewart would be pushing for him to be launched at the sun. But because he talks into an SM57, he's good to go. One of our comedy brethren spoke out a few days ago about how the draft needs to be reinstated. Now, I agree with this. I feel Look, did I serve in the military? Absolutely not. Could I have? Sure. I didn't want to. But now that I'm a little older, I see things a little differently. I realize the importance of everyone but me doing something that I didn't do, that I actively chose to not do. And Rob Schneider, he's earned his right to command an entire generation to go fight. After all, do you think if we didn't have Rob Schneider, these are the things we wouldn't have. Wait, what is it? What would they actually be? Making copies. We wouldn't have that. We wouldn't have making copies. We wouldn't have... You could keep your weed in that. Like that, we would not have that. We would not have the animal, Deuce Bigelow, European Gigolo, the real Rob. We wouldn't have any of these things if Rob Schneider did not do his own service to us, which I believe, while he was not in the armed forces, in his own way, Rob Schneider has been a Marine, a comedy Marine. We wouldn't have You Can Do It. We wouldn't have that. We wouldn't have You Like the Sauce. These are the things we wouldn't have. Big Stan, we wouldn't have. The Hot Chick. We wouldn't have his nuanced character from Zohan. He did his time. He served us. He fought for us through making us laugh. So that is what gives him the right to demand that children enlist and fight for the United States. And Rob, you need to understand, if you need a platform, you come on the best show. The best show is yours, Rob Schneider. Whatever you need from us, we will give you. Look, I'll even give Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider, you're the only non-Vanderpump person who can get these gift cards. The gift cards go to anyone on Vanderpump within the parameters I established, and Robert Schneider. Not the guy from Apples and Stereo, the real Rob Schneider. And I would also like to suggest that Rob Schneider, there should be some sort of military exemption for him where he is like made a, not a general. What would be under a general? A major? Right? What is it? He should get some ranking, some sort of military ranking. I don't want him to have to do any sort of stolen valor. I feel like we grant you, Rob Schneider, he deserves a battalion of some sort, and some jeeps, some barracks, and of course, nuclear weapons. Sergeant Schneider. That's exactly what it should be. Colonel Robert S. Schneider IV. Look, his nuanced performance in Now I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. We need to honor these accomplishments. He has made our world better. How many times have you had a bad day and then you go home and you reach for a copy of The Hot Chick? You put your Hot Chick DVD into the player. Maybe you put in The Ridiculous Six. You can watch that. You could watch his performance in The Waterboy, of course. He has helped us. It might be an exaggeration to say this, but I'm going to say it. He is a hero. Oh, not all heroes wear capes, but in this case, this hero wears a dumb Frank Sinatra hat. Not all heroes wear capes. Some wear dumb Frank Sinatra hats or questionable ethnic makeup. Rob, you're a real one. You are the real Rob. Pattinson, no. Redford, no. Patrick, no. There's only one Robert in my world, and it's you, Robert Schneider. I would like to also write you a movie, Rob Schneider. This is what I'm thinking. Deuce Bigelow, Galactic Gigolo. We set this thing in space. Set it in space. And you can wear your Elvis Costello costume that you seem to wear a lot with that hat that makes me think you're one of the Bowery Boys. You get carte blanche here on the best show. And if you want a show on the Forever Dog Network, you just say what you want to do, when you want to do it. I'm going to a hardware store to get some paint. In front of the building, I'm going to paint a parking spot for you, reserved for Sergeant Schneider, it's going to say. Reserved for Sergeant Schneider. And there's going to be a parking spot for your car and a smaller one next to it for your hat. A little hat parking spot where you can set your hat. Not all heroes wear capes, but all heroes wear dumb pork pie hats as if they're rejoining the ska group that they were in 35 years ago. As if you're putting Scott-a-lotta Boombaye back together. And you need to get the hype man back. His name was Rob. We can get him. People in the chat are flipping for this. Rob, they couldn't be more behind you. We're behind you, Rob. Join us, won't you? You could wear the suit you're wearing that seems like it's made out of some sort of reflective curtain. And that's how we end the best show tonight, honoring a hero, Rob Schneider. You earned your place, sir. I should say Sarge. Sarge, you earned your place in our hearts. You get in this studio, you get all the gift cards. I'll get you a show on the Forever Dog Network. And I do feel that every young person should enlist, be forced mandatory enlistment. Are you saying this because you're in your early 60s now? No, you're not. I know you would sign up in a second, Rob. You would be there on the front lines, fighting with the best of them. But they won't let you in the military anymore. Because apparently these wokesters don't want senior citizens in the military. Please reach out to Rob Schneider on social media and tell him that the best show was raving about him and celebrating his stand in terms of enlistment. We couldn't agree more, and we are behind you 1,000%, Mr. Schneider. Now, on that note, I say to you, the best show has ended. Go in peace. We will be back on the Rest Show in a matter of moments, where we're going to do the 80s, top 20 albums of the 80s. Join us over there, and we'll see you on the best show next week. We're going to go do the bing bong ding 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 dong 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 thing with the old with the list. Now I'm saying